Do, 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 do. I think it is. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, Mixer. Hello, VCN Lavelle. Doing good, thanks. Bit of a late one. It's going to be not the longest stream tonight, as it is already 1 a.m. But try and get some animation done tonight. But it's going to be an animation stream, so if you want gameplay, we're not the best person to watch. Get to catch a stream. Hey, hell yeah. Yeah, it's purely animations tonight. Let's meet my own stream. That would help. You did say General Kenobi. You are stripped of your internet privileges. Oh shit, I missed it. I wasn't even paying attention to that, sorry. Busy day at work. AM? Yeah, it's 1 a.m., 1 in the morning, where I am right now. But I said I was going to stream yesterday. I am a British man, hell yeah. Going to stream yesterday, and I didn't. So I was going to stream tonight, and I almost didn't. But I thought, I need to get some animation done. I'm going to be streaming a lot this weekend, so cannot stay for long as work is in the morning. Me too, man. Me too. I'm putting a stream for hour and a half. Very, very short and sweet. But I'm sure some people get a kick out of seeing me animate. What? This shit looks crazy. It's pretty nuts. I'm just blocking out a scene. So this is what you would do if you're an anime and you're blocking out a scene. So almost ignoring characters, and it's just kind of blocking in the rough idea of what they're doing and what the camera's doing. So the movement's not right. Just getting the idea across. I have arrived. Now give me an update. No updates for Charity Fools episode 3 just yet.
You are a fool for coming here.
Yo. Oh, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate that. You may ditch my Halo gaming channel once start. I'm bad at this. What do you want to do for your gaming channel, dude? The best advice is just start. Whatever you're gonna do, just start it. Don't sit too long thinking what we're gonna do. Howdy Crust. Good name. If you see me playing things over and over again, it's because I'm looking at different things whilst I'm playing. So you'll notice me replay the same thing a lot. If you're wondering why I'm just constantly looking at the same thing. I did then. Oh, mix it name wise. Halo Gaming Channel name wise. What do we think? Everyone else is watching. What do you think? What's a good name for a Halo gaming channel that's not been taken? Howdy Crispy. How's it going? I still don't know whether I can get music on stream without being done for like copyright. I need to figure that out. Have music here would be great. But I am still learning. We'll get there. If you ever wonder why episode 3 is taking so long, I have to go through this whole process for 80 something shots, I think, which is a shitload of work. Another day, another stream. Looking good. Thanks, man. Dun, dun. Honestly, I loved your VFX in the last few teasers. Thanks. I hope people dig what's in the final thing when it has all the music and it has all the audio. Like, so I've rewatched my edit that I've currently got. I don't know how many times, and then every now and again, Mitch gives me like an update of his music that he's doing for episode 3, and I do like a little kind of burst of sound effects and stuff, and it just completely changes everything. Like, it takes it to a whole nother level. It's so cool. This is kind of a spoiler shot as well, so if you don't want spoilers, turn off now. But I was also skeptical to stream, purely because you'll be seeing a lot of spoilers when you watch me stream. Sounds sick to work with. It's pretty cool. Oop. I need to know where these. Cool to watch. Plus, there's no sound effects. There is, but you're getting spoiled for the actions that are happening. Is not ideal for me. Like, I want people to have a raw reaction to it. I guess there's not too many people watching. Probably a good thing. Mm. Hello, Cars. How's it going? Are you using IK for your rigs? Yes. I've got IK and FK on my rigs. But 99% of things that I animate with, I just do it with IK. I just find that easier. Oh. Dope. Thanks. Huh? Travis, can't stay very long, but I just wanted to lend my support. I love what you're doing. It's awesome to see all the work in action. Cannot wait to see episode 3. Thanks, dude. I honestly can't wait to show off episode 3. Like, everyone keeps asking, and I'm literally, I can't explain how excited I am to show this off. It's a hell of a long time coming, but I think people are gonna, I think, well, I can't even talk. I think people would dig what I've got in store. It's gonna be cool. We've never seen anything like this in a Halo cinematic before. Obviously, this is fan made. This is not official in any way, but who knows?
Good evening.
Good evening. Hello, Bean.
Just wanted to say hi.
Hey, man. How are you?
Bye.
Bye. Pop over. Okay, I just want to say, man, thank you for showing me the extra things in the previous stream. Little bits of concept art sooner in the shot. No worries, man. Behind the scenes is also dope. New point of view towards the flood. In the flood. The Halo, that's Halo 3. So episode 3 is not quite tapping into the whole horror of the flood and that kind of that avenue, but it's basically just an action-packed episode. And then episode 4, when I get around to doing that, is going to be very much horror and what people kind of want from the flood. And episode 5 is something else. How did you feel about the Halo Infinite multiplayer? Rewatch the multiplayer trailer. I get done for copyright, but hey ho. I watched it and I thought it was pretty damn cool. Sorry for the audio. That was really loud. The camera work and the relationship between the camera and the character this whole section is so nice. Animation was good. There's a little bump. This stuff looks great. This stuff all looks really nice as well. That run feels a little bit funky in the arms, but God, just look how nice everything looks rendered. It's definitely more of this like how would you say, more stylized as opposed to realistic. But I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I kind of like the more gritty, realistic side of things, but I still think this is sick. Dude, that Spartan shot is so sick. I mean, I could do like a little analysis of the animation on this. Just from what I noticed. Don't know how interesting that is for other people to watch, but that shot's great. This shot's great.
And together.
The size of his hand.
Together we are unstoppable.
The way they did scale with the camera work is so well done. It's something that's so subtle that people wouldn't even realize is happening until it's happening.
You ready? Yes, ma'am. I can't hear you.
Voice, I think the voice work is pretty bad, but
Who's first?
can't win them all. I'm watching the trailer right now. It's epic. Are you going to use unofficial forms like the Juggernaut? I want to bring some... I mean, I already am using some forms, some unofficial forms, but I want to bring some cut forms that we never saw, like the Juggernaut. That'll be coming in future episodes. Somehow the run feels odd. Yeah, the run's pretty great. It starts off really well, and then it looks like they're blending into a cycle, but the cycle is like this. Just her arms, and it just looks a little bit cycly and not too polished to me. But I know that they don't have a whole lot of time to do this stuff. Like, they probably didn't have too many days for each shot, I imagine, because I know who did this. I still think it's really good. The animation is still really good. It's still like really, really good quality. Like, that fall is really good. All this stuff's really cool. Face is really cool. Isaac, episode 3. It will come in the next few months. I still have quite a lot to do, but I am slowly getting through it all. Dude, look at this brute. It's so good. I love it. Like, the only thing I'd add is fur. If this thing had fur, that would have been probably the perfect brute design I think I've ever seen. I think it looks so sick. If you were to add the Abomination into your series, what scaling would you go by? Abomination. What's that? What do you mean? Or Mythipicus? Langy, I agree. Her voice acting could have been better. Looks like the voice added after. Yeah, it looked. I don't know if it normally the voice, all that work is given to the animator because they have to lip sync, and they wouldn't normally redub afterwards. I don't know how it works at the company that did it. But that would be weird if they changed the audio after it's animated, and that would be a reason why it looks weird, because the animator would have done it properly to the initial audio, and if they'd changed it, it would then make the animation look strange, which isn't the animator's fault. It'll be the company that changed it. This makes me mean Spartans don't feel special anymore. Seems like anyone and their dog can be one now. I understand that. Because Halo 1 to 3, it was like Chief was the only one, and everyone was like, oh my god, a Spartan. But now it feels like Spartans everywhere. But I guess it's kind of it's gone with the time, right? Where they have this new Spartan 4s now, Spartan 4 ranking that they brought all these new guys in, which I like. I like having more Spartans. I wish there was less of them, so they're more special. Because I agree. I think the whole idea of a Spartan is a lot less special now. I guess we're soon going to have the Halo game we always wanted after Halo 3. Yeah, man. I honestly think Infinite's going to be the game that everyone falls in love with. 100%. Oh, the Halo Wars 2 juggernaut, the thing that like whips. I was never a fan of that personally. I could bring that in. I definitely have ideas for bringing that in. I'd have to make it, and if I did it, it would probably be a lot less kind of flowy. There's a game that looks very similar, and it'd be a lot less stylized like that. I'd make it a bit more realistic, like akin to what I've already done. Understandable, given the marketing for Infinite is really complicated due to the stretching of release dates. Must be hard holding back enough content. I don't really understand the marketing with Infinite. It's all over the place. It's like they give us something that's amazing, or say they gave us the last campaign thing, which kind of fell out of the air quite quick. Everyone complained it. They fixed it, and they showed us like the multiplayer stuff, which looks amazing. Like visually, the Spartans and everything looks so good. And then we saw the updated screenshots of the campaign, which you can see is clearly a lot better visually. But then I'm seeing like all the Battlefield trailers and all the COD trailers, and I'm like, these guys are nailing it. Like Battlefield, I don't know who is in charge of their marketing, but they are perfect. Like you got the trailer with all the what's it called, the Rondazook thing. It's so sick. Having the idea of like an in-game like meme, as it were, now, but like they've turned it into a cinematic, and like you saw the reception it got. It went viral. It was everywhere. It was so cool. And I'm saying like, Halo, jump on it. Like we have so many like ideas like that in Halo that people have done over the years. Like just trailerize it, make it sick, make it a cinematic. People would dig it. Abomination was a cut form from Halo 2. It looked like a massive infection form with tube-like legs and arms. I haven't seen that. I might have seen it. I did a ton of research into all the different flood forms because I wanted to bring some cut ones back. To the point where I was talking to old Bungie devs, and I got some like cut concept art that I don't think people have seen before, or some people might not have seen before. I haven't seen. I can't remember what I remember the name of Abomination, but I can't remember what it looks like. Do you think they should have stopped at 3? No, I just think 4 and 5 should be retconned and redone properly. I don't think 4 and 5 took it in the right direction. It almost feels like it if you could like take all of the games, it'd be like Reach, 1, 2, 3, ODST, Infinite. That's how it feels like it should have gone, because 4 and 5 just feel so far away from where Halo 3 was, and Infinite feels like a really good extension from Halo 3 so far from what we've seen. But we'll wait until it's out. Big carrier form. I've got a carrier form one. I've got stuff in episode 3. I don't want to spoil it. I could say everything that I have, and then it's just like, what's the point in watching? A combat form which can change its size during a fight depending upon the enemy it's fighting. That's a cool idea. That sounds like a lot of work if I did it. So I would have to really plan that out. I definitely, in episode 4, I'm going to be attempting a whole transformation stuff, which is, if anyone has ever done CG work, go and try and do a transformation shot, and you'll understand how difficult those shots are. That's why you rarely see them in films and cinematics, because they are just so hard to get right. But I'm going to try it because I think it'll be a really good learning exercise, and I reckon I can make something that doesn't look too bad, hopefully. True, make your own. Yeah, it will probably be something that's more my own. It will probably be similar to what we've already seen before, but it'll be my own little twist on it. They aren't true, but Halo VFX said he will add some new things. I mean, it was just an idea about the combat form. Yeah, that's all good. I forgot. It's possible for engineers to be infected by the flood. I think it's. I don't know if the engineer can be infected by the flood. Can it? Any lore heads in the chat might be able to help with that. No, because engineers don't have a nervous system. Oh, there we go. And she answered like straight underneath. What are your thoughts on Halo Wars 2? I love Halo Wars 2. I think honestly, Halo 3 is my favorite multiplayer, and I really love the campaign as well. Halo 2 is probably my favorite campaign story-wise, and the writing in that's great. And then after that, it would probably be Halo Wars 2. Did I say Halo Wars 2 twice? It goes Halo 3, Halo 2, Halo Wars 2. That's like in ranking of my favorites. I think Halo Wars 2, the story, and I love the cinematics are just perfection for me. I think all Halo cinematics should be like that. I really don't care about going into a cinematic and having your weapon be with your Spartan. That doesn't take me out of the game at all. To me, I like the idea of playing the game and also watch the movie of Halo at the same time, like Halo 1 to 3 was, where you're playing the game alongside watching all these really cool cutscenes. I think that's Halo to me. No, because they're a biocomputer. I literally realized that as soon as I sent the message. Transformations are hard, especially mechanical transformation. Mechanical transformations are a lot easier. You can cheat everything. I worked in Transformers 5, and if anything transforming, it's Transformers, and it's a lot easier than you think. Doesn't look too bad. Hey, I think everything I do looks bad. I don't know about you guys, but you tweaking? Don't think so. I'm a law boy. Nice. This brute here should have a beard. Missed out on good facial hair. Dude, imagine if he was like full scruff, full fur, some hair poking out the back as well. Some like tough. It's crying for like this is so bare. It's crying for some fur to be poking out. Dude, it would look so damn good. I just want furry brutes back. I think it's what everyone wants. Got a question for anyone that knows about the flood. So, say if the flood infects something with a hive mind, will it infect all of the hive mind, or some of it, or what? Isn't the flood itself a hive mind, where it's all linked to a grave mind, right? Am I right in saying that? Anyone who's a lore head? Yes, brutes look good with hair. It's a factor which makes them look more scary and kind of wild. Yeah, 100%. It makes it look more ape-like, which I guess is what they're based off. And 100% they look terrifying when they've got like fur all over them. They're coming at you. That's the one thing Halo Wars 2 got wrong. They removed facial hair. Yeah, but they had to go with kind of how 343 were moving everything in that direction. Did fur disappear in Halo 4? Halo 4 or 5 maybe? But yeah, Halo Wars 2 was just so sick. Anyway, back to animation. But a super intelligent being. Yes, it is. Oh, I lost this. Not even Bungie was sure how to do them Halo 2. In my opinion, best brute look. Then a bit less hairy in 3, and then complete rude and reach. Yeah, I wonder if it was just too much to manage. Because doing fur on characters is incredibly difficult, and managing it for a lot of characters is also quite hard, and it's a lot of work for devs to keep upholding. So there's probably a reason why they got rid of it. I just kind of wish they put the effort in and didn't, because Halo 2 was the perfect brute up until I think that infinite brute and that cinematic was pretty perfect, apart from the fur. See you later, Cars. Thanks for stopping by the stream. I'm just asking because I want to get into animation too, and yeah, they are high mind, I think. Yes, the flood is a hive mind. It gains the knowledge of each creature it absorbs, eventually becomes self-aware, moving away from basic instincts to develop more strategical methods of infection. Yeah. Blender is a good place to start. Yeah, Blender's alright. I've never touched it, and I probably won't ever use it, but that was too quick. Retrograde mind. Retrograde. I did the donut drawing Blender and went right back to my tutorial. Blender's fine. There's this whole Blender or Maya, which one's better? They're both fine. Maya's used in industry, Blender's used in a few companies, but really not many. Chances are, when you start a company, they won't be using Blender. So if you are interested in doing animation or visual effect, especially animation, if you want to be an animator, don't even look at Blender really. Just learn Maya. In 10 years, Blender might be there, but even then, Maya's gonna get better, and I don't know. Didn't think they would show anything today. Oh, hey, Tuna. Did you know about that cinematic and just didn't want to say anything? Wonder if you'd seen that. I doubt it because I'm pretty sure they probably finished that recently. Don't mind me asking, what was your first animation? What did you use? What was my first animation? It was a Halo animation, and I had somehow got hold of the Halo 2 models, and it was literally like two Spartans like high-fiving, and it was possibly the worst animation that I've ever seen in my life. But you got to start somewhere. About 1,000 hours, all that sort of stuff. I'd say, wink, wink. I would say I'm not about this. Not sure about this. When the flood infected part of another hive mind, they were getting control of they were getting control completely because they would interrupt the normal behavior of what hive mind would. Interesting idea. I have no idea what would happen. I want to go into animation film, but more so the modeling part of the pipeline instead of animation. Hey, do that. Again, if you want to do that, Maya's probably your best bet because pretty sure everyone at ILM where I work models with Maya. I don't think anyone uses Blender to model stuff because it's just not in the pipeline. Bring the rest infection with sending other command signals. You know what makes no sense? So pure forms can only exist when there's a great mind. So how was there pure forms in Halo Wars 2 when there was only a proto great mind? I mean, they never said there wasn't a great mind. Maybe they were waiting. That's all I can say. I can imagine there is a reason, and they probably just don't want to show it, if that makes any sense. Blender is good for beginners. The modeling is great. Sculpting has a long way to go. Blender sculpting will never be as good as ZBrush's. ZBrush is purely for sculpting. Blender is trying to be a Maya killer. Animation wise, Maya is better with how you control rigs. Animation and rigging wise, Maya is better and faster. Yeah, Maya, especially with companies like Weta and countless others with their in-house integration, is good to learn, but Maya for industry. Yeah. I knew this guy who worked at a studio and he'd go over his colleagues' rendered product all polished and then he'd ask, is this blocking? If Litz could kill, he would have died. That's like, I do that to my friends because it's funny. Where you know the shot's finished and you go, oh, that's a nice block you have there. and they're just like, what's Manix's favorite drink? What do you think his favorite drink is? That's a better question. I've been learning self-learning Maya for like a month now. It's pretty hard even with tutorials. There's a lot of buttons. I say keep at it with the tutorials. The buttons are pretty easy to understand what they do once you've kind of put a few hours into learning software. And also then switching to like other software is really easy because it's exactly the same buttons just in different places. Who knows, maybe you might do an updated version of your first animation. It'd be pretty cool to say improve. I don't know if I'll ever go back to that. Sprite. You think Maddox looks like a Sprite guy? Is there like a Halo lore drink? I'm sure there is. I just can't remember the name of it. I always thought the pure form shown in Halo Wars 2 were reminiscents from the grave mines that weren't killed upon crash landing. Yeah, like I think people misunderstand how massive High Charity is. Like High Charity is like essentially like a planet-sized ship. So even though the thing exploded, it doesn't mean the entire thing is gone. Which is obviously like Halo Wars 2 is crashed. Doesn't mean the grave mine's dead. Strange question, but what's Maddox's AI's name, if it has one? I haven't come up with a name yet. He does have one. I haven't come up with a name yet. And after seeing Infinite, I don't want to throw a little Infinite shape thing in. I think that'd be quite cool. Also, I feel the Flood needs to be more gory like in Halo Wars 2. I like the combat forms, but the pure forms were too symmetrical. It looks more like alien animals. I think Flood stuff should always be gory, blood, all that stuff. I want Halo to be M-rated. Kind of like Halo 1. I recently learned the existence of sweep mesh, and holy shit, it's so useful. I assume sweep is kind of like an extrude. I think I know what sweep is. I probably do, I just can't remember. We don't have sweep in my name, something different. I wish I was tech savvy, need these programs, but I don't have the patience. Excellent source of inspiration. Thanks, man. You have to have a lot of patience for animation, and also I'm just a massive nerd. I don't do much else. So my guess is the fizzy drink Tango. It's more glowy fungus blood from OGCE. Later they more look like rotten flesh. Yeah, kind of like Dead Space. Quite small in the cutscene where it appeared in Halo 3 after you deactivate the third tower. It did look small, and I think that's just bad camera work and cinematography during that moment. Because pretty sure it's meant to be insanely massive. Because it's the whole of the Covenant city and everything in there. Like, it's huge. What's your take on everything, Gina? It's in my undercrate, makes making roads and everything like 10 times easier and faster. Didn't see a sweep tool. I mean, I have a wire tool for making ropes and stuff.
Handsome Chad just animating away for us all.
Oh, hello, Fringe. Maybe
I'm here
jump
with
then.
brother. We're both just admiring you from afar.
Stop it.
Evan's really close up to the screen right now. He's trying to look at every dimple through the minimal pixels we have.
Oh, don't. You'll see all my spots. Don't do that.
I'm trying to drag everybody else back in. Oh, here they're starting to come.
I was wondering if people just didn't want to be on stream, and I was like, I completely get that if you don't want to be heard on stream.
I don't know if you read the chat, but I'm like, yeah, we're really slurring it up in here. You might want to stay away.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Huh?
What do you guys think of the cinematic?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The opening
Did
was
you not
really
like it?
cool. After the first like 10 seconds, I wasn't crazy about it.
Horrible. It had no energy at all.
So funny.
I mean, it's cool from like a visual effects standpoint. Like, I like the.
I mean, that's where I'm coming from. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like the renders
Yeah,
look
visually it
cool.
looks
Everything
really
looks
good.
sharp. You know.
did you
But it's a bit.
did
It
you
hits you
see
over the
the
face of like.
did you see
Oh,
the
no, go ahead.
animation? Did you see the animation issues? I kind of want to point this out.
I've only watched it once, so.
Okay.
Bean, what the fuck?
What did Bean post? Oh, good God!
Wait, what did he post? Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
God, I'm so glad my stream can't see that. Right.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God!
mute
You should
it.
make that your
but-
avatar. That's really good.
Tuna, I'll answer your thing in a second. So I noticed, actually, Pixel Flare pointing this out to me. I was talking to him in Discord earlier, briefly. So this brute's foot, he slips and he actually goes through the floor.
No.
Or like, if you watch his, let me refresh it so I can frame by frame. So when she drops her bag and he comes in, I didn't notice this at first, and then he did, and I was like, oh God, I can't unsee it now. But like this
Oh,
foot
Josh,
that...
if you hit comma and period are frame by frames, like comma
Oh,
is
yeah.
frame left,
I
period's
should have
frame
known
right.
that. So like this foot, when it plants, it actually slips backwards as well. Like if you watch the hill, you can see it slip back.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
And also his screen left foot, when he first steps in, the whole bottom toes are just going straight through the floor. Like it's straight through the floor here, all the way through here, and then it raises up. Unless it's just like a visual thing, and it's not really, but it kind of looks like it is. And this foot doesn't look like it's planted. So from an animation point, that stuck out. Then what else stuck out that was really obvious? Oh yeah, the Spartan Landing.
Oh, yeah, the Spartan Landing didn't look right.
It was really slow. Like,
So
it didn't really have a lot of
this-
impact.
I think this is really well done, but he stops so quick, and it doesn't
Oh, yeah,
look
he's like a
like
robot.
he goes dum dum, but like it is unnatural. Like, as in, like I know he's meant to be like this robot guy that's like fixed on something, but to me it looks like animation that wasn't finished. To me, but I could be wrong. I'm just going to catch up on Jack. Thinking I can save this. Classic mocap, eh? I felt the same. Doesn't have the same weight. Yeah. I mean, it's like, this has weight. It just looks like it wasn't. Can you see how he comes forward so quick, but he kind of goes, just stops, and it's just like, whoa. It's like, it looks like he should have come forward a little bit more. Like, it just
Did you like the trailer?
it just looks a little bit strange. Overall, I thought the trailer was pretty sick. I hated the voice acting. I think the voice acting's terrible.
Really
I
weak.
love
It's
the
really
point.
weak.
I love the point where she's like, "Spartans, are you ready?" And all the Spartans are like, "Yeah."
Yeah. It's so weird. Like it's all, and someone said in my chat earlier that they said it looks like they animated it and then they redubbed it afterwards, and I was like, surely not. Like like that's not really how it works in animation. You animate to a audio file. Like unless they did redub it later, in which case the animation would look wrong. So there was no blast marks on the ODST pop. Yeah. I know for a fact they didn't have a whole lot of time on this cinematic.
Not to mention, I know that like you're supposed to have the doors automatically open up. If there's a Spartan in there, it just looks cooler if they kick it down. I'm sorry. Like if there's a Spartan in there and they aren't
You
kicking it
dick.
down, it's like, why the fuck are they in there?
Sorry, I'm just looking at what fucking Faboski's has said. Because I'm slating this, and he's put, yeah, well, your use of footsteps in episode 1 and 2 suck too. Fuck you. Don't out me like that.
You just got roasted by chat.
I actually just got roasted. Oh, you fucker. All right, I'll take it. Yeah, I admit the footsteps were shit in episode 1. I don't think it was too bad. It wasn't great. It wasn't too bad. Episode 2, I fucked up. I admit that. People are roasting me for it all the time, and they will always. I'm so tempted to go back and redub the footsteps, but that's what happens when you only go to YouTube good quality. Hey, Tuna, good enough. He looked like a bubble in this. I don't know. I don't know how keen I am on this
Yeah.
shield thing. He looks too bubbly,
Yeah, it does not look good.
but I mean, I can get over that. It just looks a bit weird. Also, who was the noob in those trailer to ditch a perfectly good Scorpion tank? Yeah, get in the tank. But yeah, the second the second pod coming in comes in so slow. Like if I was animating this would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 13 frames. The fuck out of a foot roll step. It's 13 frames for a pod to drop. I would have thought that would be down in half that. Because when you watch it, it like glides in.
What's like 5 tons at terminal velocity? Right?
Yeah.
Spartan's like what, half a ton, and then the pod
I
itself, give or take.
Tuna, literally what Tuna just said. I would have made that shit drop that pod in half of that. Yeah. It feels like realistically it would have been half that time. And also the Spartan coming out, it doesn't look right. Oh yeah, Fringe. What Tuna said. It doesn't matter how much something weighs. Gravity acts exactly the same.
I wasn't gonna.
Oh, that is
comment
true.
on it
That is true. That is true. I
because
forgot.
he's a fucking idiot and didn't pass the physics class.
No, I actually know
Yeah.
about that already. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah, then
Look,
why'd you make a
it's
mistake?
noticeably not terminal velocity.
Yeah, it's noticeably slowed down. I wonder if that's so you have a bit more time to read it. But I think it would have been more impactful if it just went straight in and there was like a bigger explosion. What do you think is better, 3D animation or 2D? 3D,
Biased.
personally,
Biased.
because I'm biased.
Biased.
I expect the header to drop pod Falcon kick. Yeah, that would have been cool. But like him getting out as well, I noticed this. Like frankly, I'm such an animation nerd, but he floats when he steps. Like this first step is fine,
Oh god, that's awful. Look at that.
but then this one is like, boop,
Whoop.
boop.
That's gliding all over the place.
Oh
Which
no!
it looks like it's mocap that wasn't cleaned up, or they just didn't have time to clean it up fully. But he's lacking weight in that run completely. Which is odd. All this stuff looks great. I think this stuff looks awesome.
Yeah, Tuna Master Chief doesn't give a fuck about terminal velocity.
I
It's
think
just
the
velocity.
thrusters are missing on the second pod. Oh no, did they miss it in comp? No, surely not.
You know what I think the problem with the shield is that usually the hits are localized to where the projectile lands, and like you see it cover his entire
Yeah.
body.
Yeah, I think they should have done it more local. It would look cooler. I can't get over the blast marks not being there. The blast marks not being there? How did you notice that? I wasn't even that too much. I wasn't even looking at the textures. There be blast marks? Where would there be blast marks? You don't ever see the side of the pod, do you? I mean, you did just then, but it was all motion blurred. Are you talking about that second one? Oh, here? I mean, you see all the oil damage, all the burn damage of it coming in. I guess you'd probably see more. That doesn't faze me too much. Terminal velocity only is terminal for reg, folks. It didn't do shit to Chief in 2. What's the point of having the shots hit the pod? Like, what's the point of having the shots hit the pod? Am I being stupid? I don't get it. What do you mean, Lost Fire? Looks like a monkey
What's
walking.
the point of having the shots at the pod if it's not going to have the scorch
Oh,
marks?
oh, he's talking about from the plasma fire, the scorch marks from the plasma rifle bolts that hit it.
It doesn't ever get hit.
It
Yeah,
does.
it does. Go back more, or
It keep going. It's
I
the
think
snack
it's
shot.
before this.
Is it that? Because that goes past it.
No,
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Keep
just
playing.
keep playing.
Keep playing.
It's very obvious. It's this next shot here, I think.
Oh, here, these ones. Okay. Let's
Yeah,
have a look.
those.
I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell on that because it pops off. Oh, you detail on that one though.
Yeah, but even
Oh,
in the next shot,
that's such a detail. They should have put that in. Okay, I agree. Oh
oh,
yeah,
well, it's space metal, so it doesn't burn.
yeah. No, I agree. They should have put that. That should have like melted. That would have been really cool. That's the sort of details that it would take something to like blur quality. The Spartan looked like it was wrapped up in bubble wrap, and it looks amazing. I can't help but laugh. Can't wait to play it. Yeah, dude, I completely agree. When I first saw that, I was like, "Oh, that's not a good effect." Like, it's cool effects. It's just I don't think it was done properly. I think it should have been a lot tighter to the armor for it to look good, but it looks too spongy and bubble like.
One of the things
This
I'm
looks like
noticing.
concept art.
Yeah, the brutes, when I first saw the brutes, and now like in this shot in particular, some of the other shots with the Spartans look better, but they look like toys. I don't know. The weathering doesn't really show up a lot. You can sort of see the edge highlights, but
Yeah.
By the way, you were asking why they skipped the Scorpion. Obviously, they're all in the base Mark 7 armor, so they're all noobs who don't even know you can enter vehicles.
Oh, or is it because there's this big fuck off lamp on top?
No, it's because they're wearing the base armor.
Oh.
wait, what? Chris, I totally phased out and didn't hear what you said.
It was a dumb joke. Never mind.
Okay.
I think this breed looks pretty damn good. Like
No
I
hair.
Oh, that
but
one looks good. The close up they look good, but from afar they look kind of
I kind of wish they pinged his eye a little bit
toyish.
because his eyes look like they're a bit dead. Like there's no wetness. Just like a little ping would make that look infinitely better. Unintended.
No goatee.
Infinitely.
But I honestly I actually really like these breed designs. I think they're some of the best.
They're alright, but like I said, no fucking hair on the things.
Yeah, they just need fur, and this would have been like the perfect breed design. Mega Block's dead ass. Shouldn't the possibly glowing red or fizzing due to the heat? Yeah, probably. They just didn't have time for it. Maybe a lot of the things that they missed, I'm guessing it's down to time, because I don't think they have a whole lot of time for these shots. It's futuristic metal designed to safely transition through any atmosphere, so it can probably dissipate low yield plasma. But it would look cool if you saw plasma marks. I'm pretty sure we saw that in Halo 2, right? When Chief drops in. Break. The face work on that brute is really good. I wonder if that's fake anim jiggle. Have a look. Look at all the clipping. Look at the clipping. This is the bane of animating Spartans with armor. You cannot animate them without their armor clipping through itself. Like, there is physically no way. Oh, that looks like it was actually the plate. That's quite cool. They actually did animate the plates. Nice.
Yeah, and he's got nice texture on his armor where that moonlight's hitting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this like I think the look is really cool. It's weird how we've gone from Halo 4 being so realistic with its renders, and now it's kind of gone, dare I say, more like Overwatch in terms of like the style.
That's what I'm kind of pointing at when I mentioned that they look like toys, like sort of. I think somebody said Mega Blocks or something. Like from afar, you kind of don't see the details, so they kind of just look. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying. Like up close, you see the scuffing, the weathering, and all that stuff looks real. From afar, it's not as noticeable. They start to look like toys. Basically, is what I'm saying. But I think that goes with what you're saying. Is like they're more
Yeah.
Overwatchy, like not so much
It's
as Fortnite,
very
but yeah,
much more stylized, which I kind of wish it went more realistic.
grittier.
Yeah, just grittier. But
By the
Like
way,
right
the
there,
plasma
this is
grenade
their
didn't
solid
cook
clue.
long enough.
What do you say, Chris?
I said, the plasma grenade didn't cook long enough, so this is a bad trailer. It lands and like a quarter second later blows up is what I was
Dude,
saying.
look at the throw. Look how much effort he puts in.
It's
Look how
a
far it
weak
goes.
throw.
It's a weird throw as well. Look
Oh,
how
yeah.
over his body his arm goes. I'm sorry, but when you throw, do you have your arm like this? I mean, when I throw,
You would have to let go later in the throw for that to fly the direction it's going.
I would throw like when your arm is here, right?
Yeah, like right when you're at the whip
Like,
end. Like, yeah, at the
but
sort of.
my arm doesn't go like a cricket ball.
Well, it's fair because it loses all of its power and immediately falls 10 feet in front of him.
Yeah, I like the effect though. I think the effect's cool. The armor clips in some of the cutscenes, yeah. Armor clips in every cutscene in Halo.
Regardless of how this trailer
Babowski,
is,
well, it's Blur Studios. This is not Blur Studios.
No, it is not.
The armor clips in some of the cutscenes looks like it has a lot of weight. Yeah, the armor did look like he does look like he has a lot of weight when he jumps out that first pod. He just comes to a stop way too quick. Ooh, this
I was
stuff's
gonna
already
say,
cool.
regardless of the like context of the trailer or whatever, I'm still concerned that we're still not seeing a lot of gameplay.
I was expecting gameplay today, and we didn't see any.
Everyone was.
With a late December release date, do you think what are the odds of it slipping into 2022?
None.
I don't think very high at all.
Really?
Especially
Okay.
now we have a proper release date.
I think it's just shipping however it ships come December.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, this animation is really good. One thing I kind of wish they didn't do, I kind of wish that they didn't have this Spartan limping. Because I kind
Yeah.
of like the idea that Spartans are these like hard ass, never get hurt, never get. I know they do get hurt, obviously by Atriox and like those Spartans, but
Yeah, but if you're having a trailer about her being inspired by how amazing and perfect and untouchable
yeah,
they
it's
are,
weird. And you got this one that's limping. It's just like just make them all like badasses. Like they did it didn't even like phase them that they just took out all these brutes. Like that's what makes them so heroic. Someone made a good point in chat earlier, where, which I kind of agree with. Like Spartans in Halo now, it's like they're so much less special because they're everywhere.
Right.
But like Halo 1 to 3 was like Chief was the only one, and Reach was because we had like the Reach story that they're talking about. But now you have like 100 Spartans or something. You know what I mean? And they're
I think
all
that's a
like
really
they're all cool, and it's just like, just I want them to be special again. But you know, did you think the same with the bag? Did anyone? I thought the bag was gonna have a bit more of a thing, like she needed it, but I guess it's just like a property. I don't know. I guess it was just for that shot of dropping the bag and grabbing it to make it look cool, which is fair enough. I was expecting gameplay yesterday, but they didn't even do anything for Halo. Yeah. Who disliked the video? Someone disliked stream?
Oh
I do not
my
blame
god.
you. I did not blame you.
Chris, why'd you do it?
I can do it.
Back to animation. You can see my bad animation.
Trust me, I've got way more respect than to watch this stream.
Hey, you're a honey bunt.
Clever.
Good, I did that.
Actually,
That was good,
actually
wasn't it? That was quite good, wasn't
clever.
it?
That was good. That was good.
That's good.
I paused when I said it because I had to think of how to rearrange the words.
Where would you get slapped? YouTube or Twitch or both? Or are you not gonna say that?
Everywhere.
Probably neither.
And my
Oh,
job.
man. Oh god.
There's also another thing. If the Spartan was injured, how come there isn't any physical damage we can see?
Oof.
He might have just had cramp. Maybe had cramp. Spartan cramp.
Look,
Like,
they're
"Oh,
gonna
I got a-
release the
I got
lore
a
in
Charlie
some
horse."
offshoot comic. That's what they're gonna do. There will be some third party.
Yeah,
Never mind.
I guess they wanted him to look different to the other Spartans and have something going on. I just kind of wish they made them all like these 4 untouched Spartans after that battle. So I think it would have made the whole thing of Spartans being hopeful and epic so much better. I think
They should have showed action. Like they kind of pan away.
they always
when
pan away when the
stuff's
action was happening.
happening.
It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
would have been cool.
Do you think they really sunk themselves into a hole when they changed the whole like, the Spartan 4s and Spartan 5s or whatever? Are there Spartan 5s? I don't know. But like the
They're
whole,
not
like you
Spartan
said,
fives.
saturation of Spartans. It's just like that also strips it from a game mechanic sort of thing, because in like all the games, your AI around you would be just they would get paralyzed from like awe every time they would see you because you were this rare superhuman hero.
Yeah.
Look, it's a Mark V.
Yeah.
Mira.
I messaged a friend of mine who was she's a lead at the company that did that cinematic, and I was just like, hiring, and I think they are, and I believe they're working on more. So I was like, get me in, please, because
Are
that
you
would
allowed
be
to say
fun.
which company?
I won't. It's quite obvious because they've done past Halo stuff, but I won't just for the pure fact. If I end up working for them, I think it's one of those things where you have to keep that sort of thing quiet.
That's fair.
All I know is it's not Blur, and there's like 2 other options that people can choose from. It was fun. Join stream when I can. Course is about to begin. See you, Langy. Thanks for joining. See you, Final Arrow. Thank you for joining as well. How much percentage is in your eyes done from that Charity Falls episode? So we'll show you how much is done. This is the whole episode. And I have that much left to do out of the whole episode. But I would say about this much is relatively easy animation. So it'll go quick. All the stuff that I'm doing at the moment is the hard animation stuff. So once this is gone, and this is the last shot, I think, should be sailing after that, hopefully.
Terrible shot composition there, Josh.
Yeah, I agree.
A real fucking idiot came up with that one.
Yeah, who came up with it? Yeah.
Dunce.
Chris has been like oh my god, Chris has been hyper aggressive all night. I don't know, something crawled up his ass or something. I don't know.
No, I was the one who suggested the shot.
Nice. I'm beyond excited.
Hey.
So am I. September,
That's like
October. It's definitely end October. I was aiming for 31st, but I mean, life has gotten in the way. Work's been exceedingly busy for me, and I've been moving to a new flat, which has slowed things down a whole lot. So it might go into November. I don't know. It's hard to put a date on it because every day things change. I was hoping to get a mocap suit, which is meant to turn up 4 days ago, and now I've been told that it's turning up the 8th of October. So that was a big hit because that mocap suit was pretty much going to mocap that entire section. So now I have to keyframe it all, which it shouldn't be too hard because he's not really moving around. But I try not to watch what's going on in the background. I want to go in blind. The best way to go in for the episode. But you probably won't see too much. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh shit! I'm not streaming anymore.
Oh, a bit weird. Did you go to school for animation? I went to university for visual effects, which basically is everything that goes into making CG stuff, as in modeling, texturing, look dev, rigging, animation, positing.
Hey, Tuna.
Hey, you
Hey.
did make it.
Hey,
Oh,
Tuna.
well, I finished all my stuff. I'm now uploading a version to get
Hey.
reviewed.
Nice.
So now I'm like not doing work, I guess.
Nice. Yeah, the fountain. I animation wise, I'm self-taught pretty much from the ground up because the lecturer who was teaching animation was useless completely, and his version of trying to critique your work was he would show up your work on the projector at the front and look to the other students and go, "So what do we all think?" That was his way of critiquing work, and I sat there as someone who had never done animation, and I looked at him and I was just like, "You haven't got the first clue about animation." And you could tell just from how he answered questions. So I just sat down, and animation was the one thing that I really wanted to do. So I just sat down and taught myself just a long time teaching and just asking people questions, asking people's workflows and stuff.
A
But
lot of mistakes,
a
probably.
hell of a
right?
lot, a hell of a lot of mistakes, a lot of crashes, a lot of trying to figure out why things don't work. But it's how you get better, how you improve. Here's a question: are you going to leave story open ended, possibly include sort of subplot to it for a future story? If Spartan absorbing his eye might flick into the form of Cortana, implying a part of her might still be on board Hachari. Possible remaining part to her that the Gravemind tortured to able to find the secrets. I probably won't go that in depth. I have like a story that I want to tell with the series. It will end in a way where I could bring it into another story if I want to. But once I've finished that series, that's going to be like my little series. And I have like so many other projects that I want to do, all Halo related, but they'll be completely different. So like, I want to do an ODST shot or sequence, and then the Halo 3 remastered cutscenes as well. I want to get through a few of those, which would be quite fun. I've got tons of ideas that I want to get down. Jack, do you have to watch references for these motions, or do you just have a good idea on how the body moves naturally? I have a fairly good idea, especially for just blocking out the shots. But if I ever get stuck, I'll act out the movement myself or film myself and then bring it in. But majority of the things that I've done for this, I have either found reference on YouTube or just done it off my head. I don't know what you. So Tuna, who is a guy that you will hear speak in the background, he was an X343 animator, and he's now animating on. Can I say? I don't know if I can
Yeah,
say.
go ahead. I don't care.
He's on the next God of War animating.
Never heard of it.
No, it's a small game, indie game.
Never heard of it.
So I don't know what is it the same for you, Tuna, where
Is
you
that a
just kind of
sequel
go
to
ahead.
Hades?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Chris rudely interrupted then. Yeah, just like straight in.
Sorry.
Just trying to ask a question. Chris is just like,
In his
Yeah,
defense, that was a pretty funny joke.
Hades?
I'm
Yeah,
sitting
is
there
it
laughing.
Hades?
You guys were making jokes.
Jesus.
I chimed in.
I was just trying
What was the question?
when you're animating, like if you're just like animating a shot like this, would you just go ahead and block it, or would you immediately find reference and like go from that?
So every shot has its own. For me, I never have a specific approach to it until I see it, ask questions about it, and
I'm kind of the
maybe
same.
I try. Yeah, if
Like,
I try an approach, like if I shoot reference, yeah, maybe it'll get me what I want, but maybe it's more for inspiration. It might not get me exactly what I need.
I find it more
But
like I have it in my head exactly how I want the shot to look. I'll do it, and then I'll shoot
yeah,
reference and be like, "Oh, it's really cool how my foot did this little wiggle that I would never have
yeah.
done in
Your
myself."
original idea evolves as you work on it and
Yeah,
figure things out. Like sometimes I just get like someone will be walking by if it's like a work shot and they'll be like, "Oh man, it'd be cool if you do this little thing." And I'm like, the fuck? How come I didn't think about that? And
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
just add it in, or like
Every
maybe
shot is done differently. Like there's no
yeah.
like one way of animating a shot.
Yeah, so unlike in 2D, right? So in 2D days, I'm not a 2D animator, okay? But like from just my time studying animation, 2D animation has like you have like character leads, like you have animators who are they're masters of the one character that they have, right?
Mm,
In CG, we have to be good at pretty much everyone. Any character that's in our scene, that's us, you know?
yeah,
But we might not be super good at it, but we have to make everything look as if it's one person making the whole movie or cinematic or whatever.
yeah,
So like let's say if Josh was my lead and he's like let's say for example he's like really good at character A, B, and X. If I'm working on character X, I'll be like, "Hey Josh, can you give me some pointers on A, B, C, and whatever characters he's really good on, and give me direction on it." He might not be my lead, but he is like he understands the character much more than I do. So it animation's a lot more than just one person, and so I don't really have like one approach. I have like so many approaches.
yeah.
It's weird.
I like
And a lot of your a lot of animations come from feedback too, right? So,
yeah. Like
like
when
little
I like
things.
first kind of got into animation with ILM, and I sat down with like my supervisors when I was working on some shots, and I was like, so how would you approach this? And then he was just like, oh, so I animate on fours, and I was just like, okay, explain to me why that's better than what I do. And I explained my workflow, and he went, okay, so I was working in a way where everything was stepped, which is you have no interpolation between
Oh,
two
right. Yeah.
keyframes. It's like flat. So your foot would go from here, and then say it's like frame 20 to 25. From frame 20 to 24, your foot doesn't move, but on 25, it jumps to the next pose. And he was just like, yeah, that's cool. And he went, so now spline everything. And then I splined everything, and it all looks shit because you have to go in and rework the curves and make it actually work the way you want it to. And he was just like, that's why I don't work that way, because you essentially have to reanimate everything you've just done because you have to go in and reanimate all the curves to make it actually work. And I was like, huh, I wish I knew that because I would have just saved myself like days worth of essentially reanimation. And it made complete sense. And then the way he works is he's really loose and he works on fours, which is you have a keyframe every 4 frames, and you just work on like the poses, and you basically you forget about the timing of the shot and you just animate through the motion straight ahead. Um, and I was like, that's really intuitive. And then at the end, you can say, oh, this jump should take this many frames, and you have this jump on like 4 keyframes, and it's really easy to adjust those 4 keyframes to change how fast the jump is. So I adopted that kind of technique of blocking out a shot, and like I was blocking out shots like 50 times quicker than I was before, just because of that like routine. But then like you learn other little tips from other people, and then you can kind of like make a little amalgamation of your own technique of animation. If that makes any sense, I'm pretty sure I just spoke complete gibberish.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
understood
gibberish
that
that only
reference.
makes sense to some people.
I'm
Probably.
here raising my hand,
Everyone in
being
the
like,
chat
I
was just
understood
like,
that reference.
what?
Wait,
I
so
feel
Josh,
like
oh
it's
no.
yeah. I don't. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
I was having a question about animating on fours first. So say you don't have the timing right, and then you do want to go and clean up like the timing afterwards. Are you just sliding like
Yeah,
I guess the
yeah. You literally just like
oh
grab the
okay.
key
The
like this
keys.
and just slide it.
Yeah.
And that's literally how you work out your timing afterwards. But that's so much
hmm
quicker than like trying to rework. Imagine, like, essentially, what's easier? Looking at this, like, imagine if all your curves are like this and they're going up and down. You going in and going, okay, so this tangent
Oh God.
has to be like this because that's how that goes in. Or is it
That's me
easier just
afterward.
going
Yeah.
like this? Like, that's essentially kind of how it works. I was like, oh, okay, that makes things 100 times easier. How many episodes is Charity Falls going to be? 5. That's kind of the extent that I wanted to put in. It entirely depends on how long each episode is and how long they take and what I want to do with them. I might add another episode. I might just end it at 3. Like if I put out 3 and people are like, oh, that's all right, but it's not great, I'll move on and do something else. Because the whole point of me making these is because I think they look cool, and I want other people to go, "Oh, that looks cool." Because if they don't, what's the point? Really?
Yeah, that happened already.
Yeah.
Episode 1.
Episode 1, they were like,
Will,
"Yeah,
did you
what?"
see this fucking shit? Oh my fucking god, we should hire this guy. What the fuck are we doing over here?
And Will just goes, "Eh,
Eh.
eh."
Eh.
It's just,
He would go like, oh, that's not bad. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
pretty good.
Will just looks,
That's
Will
how he
just
would
looks and
talk.
just goes, "Eh, that's a bit shit."
I remember like my last few days of work, a lot of people would come over to me and be like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, oh no, no, no. I was like, dude, that's a good Will impression. I was like, oh, that's not Will. That's just me. Because we were so tired working at like
He just
2 in the
became Will.
morning. Yeah, like, oh my god, I have a funny story. One of my producers came by while we were working on the Discover Hope trailer, and it's only 3 animators, by the way. Me, Will, and Matt. The whole thing was only 3 people. Um, a producer came by and he's like, it's like midnight, 1 o'clock. I don't know. We're all like super tired as shit. We're not talking to each other because we just got so much work to do. And he's like, hey man, what are you still doing here? And Will's like, oh, it's just we're busy, man. Everything's on fire. And our producer was like, what the? Why are you talking like that? He's like, oh, it's not just me. Hey, twat! And I go, hey, eh,
You're both just like
what?
so emotionally drained.
So tired that like words just did not form.
That's funny.
That was my first 3 months of working there. I got lucky because within 2 weeks they asked me to join the
Yeah,
trailer team,
that,
and
that would
I
be
was
cool.
so honored. Uh, Blew my mind. But I also said, what am I taking on? Oh fuck.
A lot.
Yeah, I mean it's not a big shot, but it was like the importance of the shot was what scared me.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. You had
Yeah.
a pretty big shot.
Yeah, like Will and Matt had an important role to establish the new look and feel of the cinematics for kind of like what you guys should be expecting.
Yeah,
But I had to reel you guys all in with the final like fishing reel,
yeah.
to be like, get him back into nostalgia. Let's go.
All about that nice nostalgia with Halo.
Yeah. Oh man, they used my shot for the controller
Yeah,
today,
yeah. I
which was
saw that.
I was like, damn, 2 years and
I
still going
When
strong.
I saw it, I was like, I wonder if Tuna knows that it's like his shot, and I was like, I wonder if they reanimated it or if they just like
No,
used the
that's
same
mine.
one.
That's directly my animation. Yeah.
It's really
They didn't.
nice, like a
Thank
nice
you.
little shot.
I love that they had a clearer image of the close up around there because I don't think in the 4K you can see it very well, but like the hand pose of how he grabs
Yeah,
the little chip and everything, it's just nicer looking. I was like, oh, cool. They must have got a new capture at least or something. I don't know.
very
I have
cool.
no idea. I haven't been there in a year and a half, guys. Everyone on the internet. I don't know what the hell they're doing anymore.
Everyone's just like, oh, what's happening with Infinite?
Oh, I fucking know. Have no idea.
You're going to do another Halo 3 cutscene. Which one do you do? I think, yeah, the Arc intro. I would do that one next because there's no Marines and human faces. I would basically tackle all of the cutscenes that don't involve Marines first because they're the easiest. Because I hate doing faces. Sculpting faces is extremely
But I
difficult.
love animating faces.
I hate animating faces.
Lip sync or just faces?
Lip
Or
sync.
both?
Well, to be honest,
Okay.
both. I just find just faces in general is so like tedious and difficult.
You like action, right?
I
Is that why?
love action. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
I'm much more
Gotcha.
body mechanics focused than I am
Yeah.
anything else.
I wish I was the opposite because I'm very bad. Well, I'm very bad at like action stuff because I haven't really done a lot of it. But I really revel in performance. Like I don't know why. I just love it. Simple little things.
Some people are really good at performance, and then like not so good at body mechanics, and then like some people
I
the
would
other way
I
around.
wouldn't say I'm good at it. I just say I revel in it, meaning I like learning it and doing it, but it doesn't mean I'm good. I'm still learning.
I've just spent like I think I spent like 5 6 months staring at faces like at work, and it's so mentally draining. Like I hated it. But I did have one point where I had animated one face full keyframe, and there were 3 other faces all mocap, like face cap. And we showed it, and my head of animation was like, "So that one looks good. Well, what's wrong with those three?" And he had no idea which one was which. And I was like, "Funny you should say that, because that's the one that I fully keyframed, and those are all face cap." And we had been pushing to try and use
Whoa.
face cap for everything, and I was just like,
Uh-huh.
I from the start I was like, the face cap doesn't look great to me. I think it would have
Yeah.
better, but that was like a nice little in my head. I was like a nice little satisfactory of I am not too bad at this. It could look less
Right.
shit.
So for those who are wondering, FaceCap is basically using a video camera or audio recording of words and phonemes to automatically generate facial animation or lip sync or talking.
Yeah,
And the data isn't always the cleanest.
yeah.
It still needs an
Still
animator
needs
to
a lot
come
of
in
yeah.
and clean it up and
Any
beautify
any
it.
sort of mocap or face cap or
Yeah.
anything like that that you ever see in film has been touched by an animator in some form, unless it is what's that film?
What, Andy Serkis, you mean?
Oh
Beside
yeah,
him?
unless anything Andy Serkis related, then yeah, no, it's purely him and no one else.
It's purely
But
him. No animator touched it.
yeah,
That's a joke,
especially
right?
Lord of the Rings 1, where every single shot was keyframed. But no, it was all Andy Serkis mocap.
Oh man, I love that. Like that still rings like
It's
hatred amongst all of
hilarious.
us. Oh man,
Have you seen Arby and the Chief? That should have been from a while ago. I did back in the day. I haven't watched it anytime soon though. That stuff was funny back in the day. Do you have any speculation on what happened to Medicant Bias after the events of Halo 3? Not a clue. I assume he's on Zeta Halo. I assume he's going to be in the campaign in some form. No idea. That's what we've got to find out, I guess, in the campaign. Junior's like very quiet right now.
I'm typing my description of my shot.
Oh,
or
okay.
review. So I'm like, what did I do again? Duh.
AQG Arts. Can't wait for episode 3. Good luck, mate. Thanks, man.
Extraction. I
Cool.
don't think I've seen that one.
Cool. Have you seen the film Extraction of Chris Pratt? Isn't
did
Extraction
see-
with Chris Hemsworth? Is that who you mean? I think you mean Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
But I
the
have
one
seen
from
it,
Marvel.
and
Oh my god,
oh
Chris.
god, Chris. Jesus.
Oh my God.
They're also both from Marvel. But
I didn't know that.
Chris,
don't
you're
know
such
that?
a
Learn something new
troll.
every
you
day.
got Star-Lord and
You're
Thor,
such a
dude.
troll.
Jesus. I'm terrible with names.
Oh,
Yeah, I have. I really liked Extraction. I thought it was a really good film. The action was so well done. I think that stuff's awesome. I love long takes. Which is probably means I'm going to end up liking Infinite's cutscenes, but I still wish they were cut so we could have like the really cool shots.
Action
Is it-
stuff. Yeah.
Well, no, just like the really cool kind of iconic Halo shots that you get from like the original trilogy. Like
I
we
don't
have
think
like
we
a
should worry
really
about that.
nice landscape shot.
Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about that.
Really?
That's one of the issues when we looked at cameras. Like, yeah, we have like God of War as an example, but like we kept in mind, I'm like, okay, so even though we're doing a oneer, it's like, but we have to have like some beautiful shots still, you know?
I
Like, how
mean,
do we
you
do
can have
that?
some beautiful ones, but how can you
Yeah,
get ones like
vistas.
the like you have shots like this? I can understand how you could get from a shot like this to this to this to this.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
but how do you go from that to this, like this shot, to front, and then this, which is it's like showing different
Right, I see
like
what you mean.
angles, and then you have like shots like this, and you have this shot. Like, how do you cut from those in a oneer
Yeah,
that doesn't feel
that's
so
Oneers
forced?
don't get that. Yeah, you're right. But I think the
And
narrative
like
changes
this,
when you
dude,
have a
that's
oneer,
like
right?
yeah, it does. No, yeah, the whole thing's gonna
Yeah.
change, but like, I want that from a Halo cutscene to me. Although I am gonna fully embrace the oneers in Infinite because
I'm
that's what we're
excited to
getting.
see. I'm honestly excited to get your reaction through the entire
I'm
cutscene.
gonna stream like
Like,
the whole campaign.
Yeah,
Like now
I
it's December 8th. Tomorrow I'm gonna book off 2 weeks. I might actually
yeah,
book off the whole of
I'm sick
December.
off the whole month. You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah. I might book the
my
whole
contract
month.
ends, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm merely excited to see like people's reaction to not necessarily just the story, but how we shot the story. You know, with the camera. That is.
I am interested to see like what
We'll
people
see how it turns
think.
out. I also do know I haven't been there in so long. I think they might have evolved the camera, evolved the way they shot things. They might have snuck some more cuts in there secretly somehow. You know, who knows?
Secret cuts are cool.
I love like hidden cuts. Those are my
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah. I would
Like,
assume there's going to be a few of those.
I mean, in the trailer, there's two of them at least in the Discover Hope trailer. Like,
Yeah.
people don't realize it.
Well, in
You
the
look up
Discover
into a
Hope.
black, yeah, in the Discover Hope when
Oh
you
no,
see
no.
Fear.
I think people realize that it was too
Yeah,
obvious.
it was very obvious, right? That one. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
It was still good. It was still cool
Yeah.
because you had the first one right when the pilot looks out.
Yep.
Oh no, it was
Mm-hmm.
this
And
one right when he falls and it fades to black,
yeah. I
which
think
is
it
like
was
the obvious one.
I think it was looking up at the ceiling of the cockpit, and it like continues from fade to black. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Honestly, when we cut there, I wish we had two more animators on the team on the trailer team.
This one. Then it fades up, fades to black, and fades in.
Right there.
It's still
From that.
it's really nicely done because the camera's constantly rotating through. But
Yeah. So that's where it switched from Will to Matt. That's the two cutscenes.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, Matt did a
it's really very
fucking
cool.
amazing job on this shot right
I
here.
can't
Oh,
wait to see this in like with all the new shaders and stuff that they
oh,
I guess
trust me, you
updated.
have no idea how good it looks. This is old.
Like
And you saw
yeah,
the cinematic trailer later
yeah,
on,
dude,
right?
he
Like
looks
the
so
armor was
much
all
better.
so much better.
Like
It's
a thousand
ridiculous.
times better.
Like, whew, you know?
I'm glad they fixed the green. The green was like really
I wonder
lime
how the
green in this trailer.
faces. I want to know what the faces look like now with the animation. I really want to know what Hyperius, whatever his name is, the brute that turns up and talks and does the big speech.
Escher?
Escher, that's it.
Ooh.
I
Oh,
I really want to know if he
Ooh.
looks any better because he looked quite ropey.
you want to know something? What kind of pissed me off and was also amazing at the same time? Remember that secret audio that was found later on after this trailer?
Uh, what the
Like,
Cortana stuff?
yeah, I had no idea the
Oh,
whole
really?
time until the day of it showed up on the internet, and I was like, "What the fuck? Wait a minute.
Like
What
it's been there the
what the
whole
fuck is
time.
going on?" Shit. I didn't do that, did I? I had to be like, I didn't do anything wrong." No, they did a great job. It was awesome.
Really badly framing this shot.
Bean, you're vile.
Oh my god.
I need this to render so I can pass it off to my home bees. Uh,
Fine.
I have to remove this person.
I'm essentially doing a one here. I probably didn't need to do, you know. The more opening shot, the Pillar of Awesome was just breathtaking. It was really cool. I think it went on a little bit long, like the big rotate round the whole ship.
What
But
are
it
you
was
talking about?
cool.
In Halo 1?
Yeah, and Halo 1.
Oh, dude, I love the length of it. You just let
Yeah.
like Marty's soundtrack just fills everything.
Yeah.
You don't
Imagine
realize how
when I
much
was-
not
music
having-
like makes the scene. It's it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Imagine
Wait,
not
like
getting
50%
Marty's
of a
score
cutscene.
and seeing the difference. That'd be crazy.
is the Spartan leg fading into the pedestal? No, it's not. Let's
When
talk
I was
about
doing
back
my,
here, in which case this one's floating because I haven't animated it yet.
Oh, it's fine.
Carry on, Chris. Did you just hear Chris just be like, "Arr."
He said, "No, that's fine," but in the most timid manner I've ever heard him speak.
I'm sorry, Chris.
When I was doing the
Anyway.
animation, I
Oh.
was fuck off. Get the fuck off my stream. Fuck you.
Carry on.
When I was doing my animation for Halo 1, trying to adapt that the opening spiraling shot around the Pillar of Autumn was such a bitch because it's like such a 3-dimensional shot.
Yeah. I can't.
And, like,
Yeah, I don't even know how you'd approach that in 2D.
fucking long.
I wonder if
So-
it'd be easy in 2D if you like blocked it out in 3D and then like traced over it almost.
If you were looking to like completely recreate it, that's pretty much how you'd have to do it. But it just sort of, I think, did like 3 outside panning shots and did like one zoom one at the end and kind of cut it there. I definitely took some shortcuts and it was only like a third of the length at the time. Because otherwise that would have been fucking forever.
Today's Wednesday. What the fuck? I've been on the same animation for 4 days. Still tired of it. They were like, "Can you get this first pass done and then get it in the game by Friday?" Last Friday. Last Friday.
You're
They
like,
just keep giving
no.
me notes constantly and changing it. You ever get those where you just constantly getting changes and updates?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's like it was
I
dude
hate
last
it
week.
so much.
Yeah, and it was dude. So they're like other producers are like, "Can you get that done last Friday?" Like it was last Friday. "Can you get it done by the end of the week?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure. It shouldn't take too long." Yeah, the first version took like an hour. Second version took another 2 hours. Third version, well, it's Monday now. More notes, and then more people get in. They're like, more notes. It's Wednesday now. It's 3.5 days later than when it was supposed to be in.
Yeah.
It's like,
It gets to a
sorry, what
point
am I
as
supposed to
well
do?
when you
Yeah.
keep getting notes that you're literally there like, these notes aren't even making the shot better now. This is just purely subjective.
Yeah. I mean, it
Which are the
is
worst kind of notes.
right, and I feel like it's one of those things where my director is giving me feedback on how to animate, and all I said straight to him is like, "Look, that's great that you did that for the previs, but that looks robotic. Okay, first of all, let me handle it.
Yeah.
I got
Like,
this."
let me do my job.
Like, he's trying to tell me to work smarter and faster when I'm like, "Do you want me to just let you do it then? Because it sounds like you have an idea how to do it."
Oh, I love that. It's like, do you want to animate yourself? Like, go ahead.
Okay, oh no. My lead wasn't in today's review because she had an emergency, so she's seeing it right now for the first time based on today's review, and I'm like, "Oh God, please say things that fall in line with everything from today's topic, or don't 180 on this." Well, what time was my review? At 3 o'clock? Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 2.5 hours. Okay, not terrible.
Have you seen people
Everybody.
looking at the cover art or whatever it is about how the pinky's clipping through the gun? Have you seen this?
Wait 1 second.
What pinky's clipping through what gun?
The hand on the assault rifle, and
Where?
the pinky is completely going through that
Oh,
center barrel.
jeez.
I just got here. Can you link it in stream chat?
Is in the
It's
stream
just
chat.
It's so
Oh,
much true.
that's from the thing?
That's
Really?
right. I think so. Yeah.
Ugh.
If I have to go, it's because I have to take a call from my
Yeah. That's all good.
bosses, just so you know.
The
All
boss
right, I'm
is cool.
looking.
Hey, if
Show
you
me.
get fired, it's worth it, man.
Oh
Integrity.
no. Oh
Someone
no.
did
If I get
a
no,
remaster of
they
the
don't
Maw
have
cutscene.
the manpower or the time to replace me to do this shot if I leave right now. That they
Can you zoom into the pinky?
It'll get pixelated to shit, but
42665.
you can kind of see it. This little nubbin is the end of the pinky.
Yeah, delay the game.
His index finger's clipping through too.
Delay the game.
The index finger stops there.
No, it's clipping through.
Yeah,
Uh,
it is clipping.
or-
You can see.
no.
Oh
Is
wait,
it?
no, it's
No,
going straight.
no, this
No,
No,
it's
th-
going
this
straight.
this one's fine. It's just the
Those-
pinky.
No, I understand what he meant. Those two dots above where the finger ends looks
Oh,
like
this
the
bit.
tip of the finger.
Oh yeah.
It's delayed.
This is just like a highlight thing, but this is like that's boshed.
Yeah, that trailer visually was badass.
It was
But
a
what-
pretty sick trailer, but where's
What
the gameplay?
fuck is the no? Fuck that. I don't care. Well, what's the lore? How is that?
no
How is that
idea.
the human? How is that the Human Covenant War in London when they only landed in East Africa?
It's cool that it's set in London and all, but I was like,
cool.
That's
I
the
don't.
it weirdly takes me out of the Halo universe. Is it just me? Because I see Big Ben, and I'm like, that's not in Halo. But obviously, it probably
like
is.
that,
But
though.
it's like,
I like that.
Hey,
I like they
tuna
kept
your
it.
hot mic a little bit.
I like that they kept that like landmark.
Sorry.
But it doesn't make sense because it's 2552 and they're wearing Gen 3 when Gen 3 was made in like 2560.
did they ever say that it's 2552 though?
It's the Human
'Cause-
Covenant War.
heavily implied.
It's
Is-
the
is
Human
it?
Covenant War. The Covenant were never on Earth after Halo 2. They couldn't have been.
Because the Covenant blew up after Halo
Yeah.
2.
After Halo 2, Master Chief fucking fucks up the Covenant.
But I thought back then Chief was the only Spartan.
No, back then there
No?
was like back then there was like 8 Spartan 2s on Earth.
Oh, and there were 4 of them, but they were
Yeah.
not Spartan
Chief was
2s, right?
one, Chief was one, then Blue Team. So there was like I don't know. I think Blue Team and like Rizala or like Martinez or the one Hispanic lady Spartan 2. Like there wasn't a lot, and the ones in the trailer weren't Spartan 2s. They were Spartan 4s. Or I mean, I guess I don't know what the trailer wants you to think. That's why the lore is so fucked up. Like who
They
could
look
they
like
have been?
Spartan 4s. It's the same problem they have with putting the Halo 4 style Spartans into the flashbacks from 2530.
Yeah,
Is it just so confused?
what is wrong with them? It would have been just as good, dude. Like I don't know what the fuck's wrong with them. They could have just made that Mark 6 armor, and that
Yeah, but they
could have
want you to
served-
see their Spartans.
They want to
It-
you want to be looking at Spartans.
Fuck that, bro. I just
It's a
I don't
trailer
know.
for Infinite. It's not a
I
trailer for the lore.
I
Yeah.
understand that, but it could have just
To be honest,
been.
that sort of
'Cause
thing
it's not a trailer.
does not
It's not a
phase me.
trailer. It's the intro. It's the intro cutscene to multiplayer. It could have just been Mark 6, and it just shows her story about who she is. She sees Mark 6 Spartan save her life.
That's cool. They
and then-
released it as a trailer, so it's a trailer.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just gameplay footage, though.
Bro,
That's like
just
It's like, what if in a trailer for the campaign, Master Chief was just, I don't know, wearing whatever the fuck because it's a trailer, but it's footage from the game.
It's
Yeah,
just
then
to
that would look
streaming.
bad.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
they did that in Halo 4. And it looked bad in Halo 4.
Yeah.
I'm
You know
just
what
saying
makes
they're-
no-
Hey, Goosty.
You know, it
343 is
makes no
goofy.
sense in that trailer. After watching it like 3 or 4 times. How was she like a fucking young girl?
Dude, that's what I'm
almost like,
saying, bro.
That-
She's
that
like
thing
15
I was a
in
bit
the
like,
trailer,
that's
and
a
then
bit
she's
weird.
dude,
45.
but-
bro, she was commanding Spartans, bro, and like in the trailer, she was getting
Dude,
assisted by
low-key,
Spartan
thi-
4s. To look like
that ass, I thought it was New Mombasa, and I thought she was the girl from the terminals at first.
Oh,
That would have made a
Uh,
lot more sense if they
Dude,
did.
I
That
was
would have
like-
actually been cool.
I was like, holy shit! I thought they were gonna do some crazy shit like. I don't know if they, I don't know if they prefaced it as being for Infinite, but I thought it was gonna be like some crazy shit like ODST anniversary or something stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been so awesome if that were actually the case, bro. But still, that time of consistency has bothered me so much.
Lost
It
This
Fire
is the
doesn't make any
thing.
sense.
It
Like,
took me
I
a bit.
get
That
it.
much mega cities random just look so odd in that place. Did you guys think that? I wish I don't mind
What?
Big Ben being in there, but I wish
didn't hear
they.
it. Say it again.
It was basically how like Big Ben looks like how it does right now, in
Yeah,
real
they wouldn't
time.
rebuild it. It's a historical landmark. I
Yeah,
like
they
that.
completely
like
leave it
that.
as is.
Nah,
I like
fuck,
that it's there.
I think
No,
they
'cause
I think
listen,
they should
they
have
have-
modernized it and made it look like UNSC
Why
style.
would they rebuild it? Why
No,
would
they wouldn't.
rebuild it?
300 years from now,
Because
they're
here's
not
the
going
thing.
to touch.
In 2011, the
You know, Big
terminals for
Ben's being rebuilt right now.
Well, I'm not a commie. I don't know that. Sorry,
Yeah,
but
but aren't they going to rebuild it to look the same?
Jesus.
yeah, they're rebuilding it to look the same.
I don't know. There's loads of
Wow.
there's scaffolding all over it. You can't actually see it right now.
Well, that's probably repairs and maintenance, not rebuilding.
No, they're gonna rebuild it with a big
okay, here's the thing.
Kawaii face
Here's the
all
thing.
over it. What?
Here's the thing. In 2011, the Halo
They wouldn't
CE,
do it to that. That'd make
Let
it
me
look
finish.
awful.
In Halo CE Anniversary, there's terminals for Captain Keyes. Whenever Captain Keyes is getting assimilated by the Flood, and in that terminal, he flashes back to all of his memories of his life. One of them being Sydney, Australia. And I don't know what these buildings are called, but they're by
Sydney
the ocean.
Opera House, yeah.
The Opera House. It's exactly how it is today. So there's already precedent from 2011 that in the canon, the Earth has kept its historical buildings exactly as they are today.
Interesting.
Go watch the
Yeah,
Keys
well, that's
terminal.
343 lore, and that doesn't count.
I'm
Well, this is
I'm
343 lore here
interested.
too.
What was it? What was it about Australia that you remember?
It was the Opera House.
Yeah, like what was the whole thing that he was just there watching an opera?
Oh, it's just he's getting his memories deleted by the Flood grave mind, and it just flashes real fast, Sydney, Australia, and then the memory disappears.
So we don't know what
Oh.
was in Sydney, Australia, right? Apart from the opera house.
I can send you a picture. Actually, I might be misremembering it.
That's
now that I'm
interesting
looking at it.
because
Is this the Opera House?
think-
I might have actually misremembered this.
I think there's a
I'm gonna screenshot
cinematic
this.
that has
There's
something to do
something with the
Australia
Opera
coming
House,
up.
unless I'm Mandela myself just now. Maybe it's not the Keys terminal. This is what's
Wait,
in
did
the
you just
Keys
say you
terminal.
Nelson Mandela'd yourself just now?
I said I Mandela'd myself. I'm Mandela. That's what I
Oh.
say.
Nelson
I misremember
Mandela.
something, I say I'm Mandela. I don't know. Is that the Opera House? Am I tripping? Am I wrong? Am I stupid?
Well,
You're definitely Kauai.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. If you pull up a picture, that's what it looks like today.
well, it doesn't
Well, it
matter
looks
today.
like when the photo was taken.
I thought the trailer was at the point of Halo 4. Made sense to me. I'm pretty sure that one of the trailers for the earlier Halos might be see they'd marked it as the last Spartan. Yeah, I'm
Who
pretty
said
sure
that?
they did. Opera House is
said
the
that?
Keys flashback. It's true in the strip. Australia Opera House. Miranda might have been in Australia. There you go. You learned something new.
Maybe. Neither here nor there. The precedent is in the lore, though, that they keep their buildings the same. Yeah, the trailers aren't really canon, though. Lucid Digital in your chat, he said that it's in one of the trailers for CE. It says the last Spartan. That's not necessarily. If it's something that's only in the trailer, that's only said for the trailer, it's not necessarily canon. Whereas this cutscene that they showed in the Infinite trailer is something from the game, so it's contradicting the lore, which is whatever. It's not that big of a deal, but it's worrisome that already the first like pre-rendered trailer we get is contradicting the lore. What else is going to get contradicted? How much of the story is going to be contradicting? It's just kind of annoying that we're still doing this song and dance 11 years later, or however many years, 8 years or whatever, and it's still just like retcon, change this, change that, bro. Just
Man,
keep the
dude,
fucking
just wait.
story.
Just wait till the Halo TV show comes out.
I
Dude, it's like,
I
yeah, bro. Is that a real tweet from Joseph Staten? That's August 10th.
Who?
Joseph Stain.
Yeah, that's what I said. What's that? What happened on August 10th for him to tweet that?
What do you
Wait,
tweet?
what did he tweet? I'm not. I'm not.
Look in
watching
stream
stream.
chat, nerd. Goddamn.
Oh yeah,
Nobody's
yeah,
looking
yeah.
at stream chat. We're looking at the stream.
not interested in discussing
Not
lore and
interested in
alternative uses
discussing
of
lore.
cybergames, talking aliens and lifelike AI
Isn't
companions.
he like the lead writer for Halo? Didn't he like
Lead
cut?
story
I
guy.
I don't mean
that
for
looks
this
that
one.
looks like
I
a
don't mean for
joke
this one. I
tweet,
mean
right?
in general. I mean
Yeah,
in
I
general.
don't think he was being serious with that.
Because that's
I
literally
think so.
saying not interested in talking about anything to do with Halo.
August 10th, 2021.
Yeah, I
Who's
just
the
don't know what
reply
happened
to,
on
though?
August 10th.
Yeah.
Jess.
Fuck's sake, Bean.
Anyways, I don't know. It's just annoying. It's just annoying that we're 8 years into this and they keep retconning stuff, bro. It's just like, let it fucking be. You ever hear that Beatles song, Let It Be, Let It Be? Goddamn.
Did you see the tweet today? I don't know who this Cliff Blazinski guy is, but he's got like 600k followers.
Oh yeah. I saw
But
that.
And then he
Zach-
put, "I still want a hard M-rated Halo spin-off, damn it." And then Marcus Lato said, "Let's do it."
Cliffy B is, I think, the head
That's
Epic
cat.
Games.
He's at Epic Games.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Bro,
he's the
we
head
Ma-
of
already
Epic
ma-
Games.
made a
know-
lot of games, co-owner of 2
Fuck.
restaurants, investor, writing a memoir, co-producer, investing.
We already know this shit's rated T for teen because it's literally the Human Covenant War and there were 0 dead bodies in that trailer.
I saw a
Bro,
brute dead body.
London? Oh, okay. Yeah, an alien dead body, cool, dude. Like, bro, literally, like, what's the canon figure? Like, half of the Earth's population got deleted in 3 days whenever the Covenant were on Earth, and there's 0 dead bodies in this trailer. It's rated T for teen. Halo 6 isn't gonna be rated M. It's rated T.
I mean, isn't the trailer right at the start literally says T15, right? There you go.
I don't know. I can't read.
Teen, T, blood, language, violence. The T for teen doesn't really mean anything as long as it says in here. If this says blood, language, violence, that means the game can have blood and bad
Yes,
violence.
but like alien blood. It's not gonna have fucking people blood. Not really.
But what language are they gonna have?
Shit. Nothing else. You can't say fuck. Which, granted, isn't necessary. I don't think any Halo games have the word
Dude,
fuck,
I-
but
I think as far as language goes, they'll probably go with French.
excuse me.
What, go fringe?
That was the joke I was trying to make, but Kawhi took me seriously and then actually
I
answered
thought I'd help
the
you.
question. Thanks for that.
The camera work in that
Wait,
opening
what?
shot
I
is
am
so good.
I am super serious all the time. No fun zone. Sorry.
And I guess they have a cool thing about the bumblebee, and she wears it on her armor, and that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool, but also kind of just like maybe make it Mark 6 Spartans in the trailer, and also make it to where it's not a Type 75 Phantom from Halo 5. Like we have the Blur Halo 2 models.
Why do they, dude? That's what I don't understand. Why are they using the crab squid version of the Covenant?
Dude,
drop
I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Wait, the crab squid version of the what?
Yeah, the Halo
Phantom.
5 aesthetic for the Phantoms and just Covenant
It
vehicles.
looks.
Everything
I mean,
looks
it
like
makes no sense
they
visually.
look like
why it's there.
crustaceans. Like they're not supposed to look like crustaceans.
No,
Here's
it
the
just
thing.
it doesn't make any sense. Like, why is it there? Like, it doesn't
Oh.
line up with the
Dude,
established
okay,
lore.
here's the thing. Look at this. Look in stream chat. These are Spartan 2s. They're literally like 95
Dude,
feet tall.
this is the thing that I really didn't like, and I still don't like about the Banshee design. Why do they clip the wings? I loved it
don't
when the wings
know.
came further out and they had the little balls on the end, where they had the little
The-
smoke trail and stuff.
Well, here's the thing, bro.
It
it's
looks
not
so
just little fucking
sick.
balls. It's not
Anti-grav
just
pods,
balls,
man. The
It's
Jamie
anti-grav.
Griezmer. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I don't even care what it is, but like
I'm
design-wise,
just
it
saying, I don't know
looks
why they
cool.
remove it. They're clipping their own can.
Yeah.
Listen, Bungie killed
I-
Halo in
I-
2010, and then 343 has been killing it more.
I don't think this design for the Banshee is good at all. I think this looks like they got to here and then forgot how to design it, and went, "Oh, let's just cut it off," instead of like fixing it.
Don't. It's so fucking ugly. I think it's so ugly. The
Yeah.
ones with the little pods are better.
Yeah, I kind of wish they go back to that. I don't mind if the brutes have that because they're more like slapdash. But
Yeah. Because, oh my god, there's just no fucking continuity, bro. It sucks liking a franchise that has deep lore, but then they just like, fuck the lore, bro. Fuck that shit, bro. This
Yeah,
used to be
fuck
like,
that.
this is like high concept sci-fi, and they're just like, fuck it. So it's just like, how do you care if there's no rules anymore, if everything changes? Like, what was cool about Halo 3 is, and the story in general, is the Covenant only landed on East Africa because they wanted the Ark. Their end goal is to go through the Ark to the Ark. I mean, through the portal to the Ark, and kill everything with the Halo rings. That's their goal. Why the fuck are they in Britain? And
Good question.
I was reading the
Wanted to
comments,
stop
and
for Team
apparently,
Stones.
I was reading the comments on that video or whatever, and apparently in the comics they go to Cleveland, fucking Ohio. What the fuck? Why?
What?
I get why they go to London. I mean, British people are the biggest threat to the galaxy.
They did have to kill the commies before they went to the Ark.
They're worse than the flood.
Self-preservation, man.
I just don't know what Dude, it's just so hard to care. But I'm like a battered housewife because I can't just give up because it's my favorite franchise that I've been playing since I was 6 years old. But they just keep fucking it up.
Have you ever heard of
Josh is just
like,
arched
you ever
back,
heard of
like
Fighting
staring
Back?
at the camera.
Fight Back.
That was with a British comment.
Dude, and then the brutes are wearing banished armor instead of covenant armor
Oh
in the
my
trailer.
God.
Like, what the fuck?
Also, I
I
guess
mean,
Parliament got
equivalent to the
destroyed.
trailer.
The
Hey,
set
that's
dressing
right.
was
There's no room for
so
Parliament
accurate.
in the
Dude,
Covenant
everything
War.
looks beautiful. Like the
It looks amazing,
scenery,
but it's
the
just like
scenery, the quality, bro. Just make it fucking Halo 2 anniversary shit, you motherfuckers. You have it.
Lucid.
You
I
But
swear
have
they
it.
used a
you-
Rococo
Why
suit
would
for the
they? It's a
orange
Halo
Halo.
you
Infinite
gotta love
trailer.
how they have the H2A Pelican like just parked outside of like the little base they were in, right? But they can't be fucked just to use
Dude,
the H2A. It's like you have access to blur stuff.
I think
You
there's just
have
a
it parked
fundamental.
outside.
I think there's
They
just a
had
fundamental misunderstanding. They don't understand that what we want is continuity. Like, I just don't think they get it. Like, I don't know how they don't get it after 9 years. I don't know.
Who knows what they think?
Maybe more than 9 years. It's like 11 at this point.
Like 10 years. When did Halo 4 come out? 2011?
12.
2012.
2012, yeah.
You were
Which
still
is the
you were
best
still a
year.
fetus.
Well, they had it before that because they were making CEA. So they've had it for like 10 years, and they still are just like, fuck it. I just don't get it.
2012 was the best year. Except for Halo.
I don't know. It's a cutscene from the gameplay. They could have just used the H2A
Oh my
blur
God.
Mark 6.
It's a cutscene from the gameplay.
It's a cutscene from the game.
Well, here's the thing. There's even a Mark 6 model. I mean, you literally could have used Chief's Mark 6 model and just edited it slightly to fit better.
Yeah, dude, fuck it. I don't
have
care. If they
a-
want to be lazy, at least use the Mark 6 from
I have
the
a complaint.
campaign.
I have a complaint. What if they showed us like stuff about the characters that actually made us like them? Because so far we just see
don't
the
like them.
characters like
I'm indifferent.
existing
I don't
in
like
in
or
the
dislike.
space and just kind of like reacting to stuff. I'd like to see some footage or some telling like people are gonna actually do stuff. Like that's one thing I'm noticing is a constant lack of is like where's the action in the trailers? Where's the action? Where's the like where's the build up? I'm not
Okay, here's
seeing much.
something. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
No, you're
Something-
good. That pretty much kept my point there.
Something
Just not,
else.
we're just not seeing a lot. I'm left like wanting.
This,
yeah.
this is a nitpick, right? This I full sale. This is a nitpick, right? But I think it just adds on to all these little things and some of them big things. They just keep adding up and snowballing. That I guess 3430 doesn't go fuck. Why can't the brute smell her? She's running, fear for her life, sweaty as shit, stinks. It's the cold night air. Why can't that brute fucking smell her?
Just
They
to
don't have
jump
hair.
just to jump in. I think that's just for cinematic effect.
No, I understand
like,
that.
Like,
That's
I
why
mean,
said
I think
I
that
said
that's
it's
kind
a
of yeah, that's like proper nitpicking.
but I don't know. I think it adds up, and I think once you have all these other things, the nitpicks like that just seem more severe when it's just like, oh well, this and that and this and that and this and that, you know?
Well, I mean,
mean,
if you
to
think
that-
about it,
to that
they're on
extent,
a different planet,
They're on
and
Earth.
maybe
What?
yeah. Well, no, I mean the brutes, right? Right? You're talking about the brutes, right?
Smells don't work the same on every planet with air.
I mean,
Eh.
if you're nitpicking that hard, why didn't the brute just fucking see her? Because she's literally stood in the pathway.
Or
My
or
light
And
shining on her.
also wait for it to turn, and then
Why didn't they shoot her? Why
no,
didn't they
wait
shoot her?
for it. He's literally staring at her, and then goes, "Oh, what's in the air?"
is them beady little eyes
Like,
beautiful, but they don't want to cover it up with them
Dude,
glasses.
look, she's right there. She's there. She's
You know,
there.
look,
You wanna know what-
he's literally eyeline to her, and then goes,
Do you want to know?
there's a bird
Get it into
upstairs.
He's a
cinematic.
compassionate brute. He wanted
But
her to get away.
It's
He's
like
tired
it's
of all this
cinematic
killing.
He's
effect to
like-
make it look cool. Like
I get it, but dude, like, just have him look the other way.
they want to
Here's
show
what
off
makes
the
me
front of the.
angry. I'm
Okay,
mad they
got
cut
my
away from the
feedback.
actual. I'm mad they cut away from the actual fighting.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
want
they
to
didn't
see
show
some
any
proper Halo
badass
fighting.
Spartan shit. I did see the first time I watched it. I was like, "Oh, this is badass, bro."
Lost
Like,
Fire's comment. All the human did in
like-
that cutscene was run, duck, and dive. That's so true. That's what she does. Run, duck, and dive, and grab her bag. And now she's suddenly a Spartan. Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's
Well,
just a normal
Luce-
person.
Lucid Digital in your chat, he said they're in a different atmosphere. It could take an effect since we're nitpicking, haha. Yeah, I know, because there's already precedent in the lore of them sniffing people out. That's how I'm saying, why doesn't he smell her?
Maybe she's really clean.
Yeah, dude, she's so fucking clean running for her life
Yeah,
for hours.
She has Old
The
Spice,
sweat,
which is
the
Hey.
based.
sweat on her body doesn't exist, bro. In that moment,
You
Don't question it.
Spartans don't
perspirate when you're you perspirate when you're anxious and
maybe you
fearful,
do.
and she's running, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I don't know about
30.
you guys, but I never sweat.
Well,
has-
yeah, she's fucking Tori from that fucking kid show from back when. She doesn't.
Now listen, she has Old Spice on, which is basically scent camouflage.
Yeah, they wouldn't smell. Why do I smell cinnamon?
The,
Like,
the
what
main
the
thing I'm
fuck?
tripping about is
UNSC
just
have
like
the best
They don't
soap.
know what the fuck cinnamon is.
They know that they're smelling the cold air, and then they're not
Bro,
anymore.
fucking calm down, man. Holy shit.
the main thing I'm tripping about is just like why in the fuck is this like she's literally a whole Spartan by the end of the trailer, and she was like basically a little kid when that happened.
Bro, she enlisted in the UNSC, became a colonel, lieutenant colonel, fucking
Like
major.
maybe I think this.
All right,
this
I had
is
I had a
issue.
big long joke, and you didn't let me finish.
But do you
Yeah.
think they're also a little too heavy-handed with the whole, hey, Spartans are a symbol. Can't you see how they're
No, I like that.
symbols?
I like that. That's always been in the canon. Fuck you if you disagree.
Well, it is in the canon, but there's a thing called subtlety.
Yeah, well, I get that, but it's also like I see it like propaganda. I don't know. I like it.
Propaganda.
It's not.
Propaganda.
This isn't. I don't think this is in-world like lore, like reference to. Hey, it's the UNSC using propaganda. See, they make the Spartans look like heroes, and they like them. And war's profitable. Let's do this. I don't know. It's like
Powder sauce.
Her big
Josh,
nude.
you
I don't know, I
Even
just
if
think, like,
even if
I
she
think
was
it's
clean,
cool.
they'd be
I
able to
like-
smell her fragrances.
I like.
Yeah, I
that
was
sh-
I was
I
joking
like that
about
the-
that.
I like
I
that the
literally-
Spartan pushes her out of the way and takes the plasma fire. I didn't think it was not subtle. I thought it was cool.
I don't know why I did that.
Yeah,
Josh, we're in the middle of animating and his hand clipped all the way through his back, and I was gonna say, I see what you mean about the armor clipping sometimes.
Halo.
Just get straight
Blue,
through her
what are
body.
you talking about?
I just realized I've been fixing not the controller I should be fixing.
big oof.
No, I
That's
just
all
Do you jump around a lot? Is that why?
Well, no, because it's baked to locator, and I
Oh,
was
shit.
on the controller, not the locator.
Oh no.
But it's alright.
Nice.
Oh, no.
like how
I've
the
fixed it.
Covenant. The Covenant seems like the Brutes especially. they're
QI,
trying to
this
make them
trailer really
evil.
affected you, didn't it?
It did. It really did.
So how did it affect you? You
I'm
hate
no,
it?
saying-
don't
Love
don't.
it?
I don't know.
Like so don't get me wrong. I think about the trailer, bro, but like I was not thinking about why the Bruce didn't smell her and stuff. I was thinking like
I was just like, he looks
I don't know.
fucking
I'm just
sick.
cynical. I'm just cynical. I watched it the first time. I was like, wow. And then I watched it the second time. I was like, oh wait, this makes no sense at all.
Now I'm thinking, why were there no elites?
because they're not
That was
important.
my first thought.
Because they're not important.
the schism, bro, killing all the elites, bro. Like, I hate that retcon. I hate that retcon so much. There were
I also-
thousands
What
of
a great
elites
schism.
on Earth. There were thousands of elites on Earth, and then they're just like disappeared. I just don't like it.
Yes. The Mark 7 confused me as to when that cutscene took place.
I think that was just a visual thing. I don't think that was actual like a canon thing.
Yeah, I know it's for
It's
the
like- it
bottom
was like
player and
how-
stuff, but I
how,
think it literally was like, look, we're in Infinite. We have to sell Infinite. Infinite's
Yeah.
got this sick armor. Why would we
So
advertise an old
I
armor?
don't.
That's true. I mean, like
It's marketing.
I was
This
was
whole
thinking
thing is
more along
marketing
like-
for selling the game. They wouldn't
know.
sell a Halo 2 and that armor. Like
There's undoubtedly a Mark 6 armor core though.
Yeah, there is.
I ca-
But the Mark 7 is the
I
one for
can't say anything.
multiplayer, and they wanted the
the-
multiplayer Spartan in
the
there.
Mark 7 is like the Infinite default armor, right? Like that's what they're
yeah,
it's
And it's a
Infinite's
great-
icon, and it's a really good looking armor.
Look,
I
I'd say it's the best
really
of every armor.
like
did
how
it,
that
then you're
armor
just
looked.
pretending that you don't know why, and you're playing stupid.
Wait, what?
If you're saying that you don't know why they put Mark 7 there, then you're either stupid or you're playing stupid. Like, it's obvious, dude.
It's obvious that it's marketing. Yes, there's lore and stuff, but like
The lore comes second to the money.
Halo's lore fluctuates between every single game. I don't think they ever stick to Halo lore.
Let me
Yeah,
let me ask you, Josh. What is your feelings on marketing team or marketing departments because
Uh,
there's some history to that.
what
Depending on who you ask.
343's marketing or
No, just in general. Just in
oh
general.
Also, see,
uh
one last nitpick. She takes a plasma grenade 5 feet from her and doesn't incinerate and burst into flames.
Why?
Yeah, but she
oh
ducked.
QI,
she
come
Tuna
ducked
on.
behind.
literally
did.
just
Come on.
asked Josh a he just asked Josh a question. Let him answer the
Ah.
question.
I didn't. I was sorry. I have tunnel vision, but with my ears. I was talking after I saw it in the screen.
Your ear is a tunnel though.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
That's a good joke actually. What was your question, Tuna? Sorry.
Oh yeah. You know how you were like, oh, that's marketing, and I'm like, okay. There's something about this. What do you feel about marketing departments and how they market movies and games, like knowing how they work?
There's nothing like the game.
hmm
Pretty much. Yeah.
There,
pretty much.
Like
so
it's a whole different department, right?
so I'll tell you this right now. Like, there's a reason why most of Infinite's like early trailers, like Discover Hope and the gameplay and all that, was in house. But before that, it wasn't. 5, Halo 5 specifically. The whole hunt the truth marketing.
But
Yeah, that was.
What was
but
bad about
It,
Halo
it,
5's
but
marketing?
on this topic, Tuna,
right.
arguably Halo 5
Yeah.
marketing was one of the most successful marketing campaigns for Halo. Yes, it didn't
Yeah.
actually market the game at all
No, it did
anyway.
not.
But
Which
as a
actually
marketing
was
campaign, it
detrimental.
was
Yeah, they did great,
amazing.
but they did not sell the game. They sold the game in a different direction. It was a completely different direction.
True.
When I was
But
there and I
also
asked about
on
it, so I was just like you guys. I was like, "What the fuck happened?" Right? They're like, "Dude, the marketing people, they made this whole thing," and we were like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
but on that same sense, like how does that work? Because like Halo 3 was all outsourced. It wasn't internal at all. And that was the most successful marketing campaign, I think, in gaming ever.
I
History.
think it depends on who. I feel like Bungie though, when it was Bungie still, I think they're very so working with Bungie before. They're I wouldn't say control freaks, but they're a little bit of a control freak. They
I don't
need to
even know
know
if it's
exact.
like control
Yeah,
freak. I think they just had much better people in charge of their
that's
marketing.
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Like, but
I agree with
marketing
that.
is a whole department on its own, right? Whereas when I asked about it for 5, that's a whole department that doesn't. They just like give us footage and we'll make something out of it, and we'll just
Yeah,
come up with
true.
a plan. And they
That's the
have
thing. When
no input
marketing, yeah, when they don't communicate to the people
when they
actually
don't
making the
Yeah,
film, it's like it's fucked.
yeah, and it's really problematic. So like the problem, so Five's marketing was actually not terrible. It was actually very interesting, but
Fucking
it gave the
lie.
false direction for everyone, for
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
players.
yeah, 100%.
So
Halo
so
5's
but as a
marketing was amazing because it was everywhere. But like, I
yeah,
don't know where the fuck they got this Hunt the Truth shit from.
no, it came out of
Where,
fucking out of their
dude,
ass or something. Who knows?
when I first saw Hunt the Truth, I was like, oh my god, the Prophet's back. That's the first thing I thought because I was like, it's Prophet
Mm,
of Truth. I was like, holy shit, what happened? I thought he was dead.
yeah. So things got way out of
Like
like
it was
aligned,
so
right?
weird. Yeah,
Yeah. So when Infinite happened, right, and I joined the second trailer, right? Discover Hope is the second trailer, not the first one.
yeah.
I was like, well, why are we doing it in house? And they're like, it's because of what they did in marketing. We need to control it, the narrative that we send out to the
I think
people.
you can, but that's again, I completely get what you're saying, but again, to me, that doesn't
Yeah,
make any sense. I would still, if I was a company, I would still outsource it, but I would like have
yeah,
internally the whole thing storyboarded.
I agree with you 100 because when we did it internally, it was awesome. Don't get me wrong. It looked good, and
It did look
it
really
was
good,
in
100%.
and
It
it
looked
was
good,
that was
but
an in-engine render. Yeah, but
it
it took
Wait,
3
what was?
animators out of the development completely.
like Discover Hope
What was?
was like it was awesome because it was in game and it showed off the game engine stuff, but at the same
Mm,
time, it still isn't up to the same like visual fidelity
standard?
as like
No,
Blur.
no,
Like if
because it is
Blur
in
did
game.
it, it
It's
would have
very different.
been yeah, because it's in game and it's not pre-rendered. Like
Now, it's crazy because here's the thing. If we had like our technology was a little bit more mature, like the next trailer, the next cinematic trailer, remember the really beautiful like cinematic lighting and everything?
yeah,
That's like a much more mature version of the engine. You knew they spent more time crafting it, and that's purely an engine. You know it could look like that. It's just when we did it the first time, it wasn't there. That's all it was. But yeah, I do agree that there's a reason VFX houses exist.
Yeah, I just want.
Yeah, but it also costs a fuck ton of money to make one of those.
Oh hell
And if
yeah.
you want, so I remember working on Destiny, and they wanted to change some facial mocap. They were like, "Yeah, we can do it for
Christ.
$400,000."
Yeah,
Are you
Holy
are you
shit.
fucking kidding me? That's an entire that's like 2 or 3 people's paycheck.
dude,
They're like,
that's how
"Well,
much VFX costs, man. It's
yeah,
expensive as shit.
1 second, family's calling."
Bro,
Grown up.
imagine being a
Thanks.
normal dude and trying to like commission Blur to do like a 2 minute
You wouldn't be able to.
animation. You would literally have to pull out loans, dude.
Blur is notoriously one of the most expensive VFX houses.
Like, dude, you literally have to pull out loans just to make it just to even get over the minimum.
Yeah.
So VFX decided to do it himself.
Right.
I mean, my stuff is not quite Blur level.
Not
To
with
my
that
eyes,
attitude.
Okay,
I
I'm
would
back.
say
Sorry
it.
about that. Family called me. They
Also,
were like
my
coming
opinion
over.
on what's it called, the blur cutscenes. I don't what's it called, of how good Discover Hope looked. I think it looks just fine to where it doesn't need to be blur. I'm fine with the way it looks like
I
that.
love Blur though. They did such a great job.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
love them too, but I'd like them in engine stuff. It has a bit more possibilities at times.
I mean, it's.
I,
I
I,
love the
I,
fact
I
that
think
we're
like nothing will
getting
touch
there.
Blur's quality again.
Yeah,
Ever?
I'm happy that
Unless
in
Blur came
engine
back and
things
did
are starting
it
to look
like
You
really
mean like
good.
in Halo or anything ever?
in Halo.
Oh.
That's true.
Oh.
That's like I don't think
I mean, the
anything will
in-engine
touch
stuff,
that.
especially that latest cutscene campaign
Oh
stuff that we
yeah.
saw, apart from the AI, which I still think needs a lot of work. Chief looked phenomenal. He looked
He looked
so
great,
good
right?
to the point where
I
you could pass
lost
him
it.
alone as almost pre-rendered in terms of quality. He looks so
Mhm.
damn good. But then, like the backgrounds and the environments didn't quite hold up to the standard of Chief to me. But that's
Yeah.
like, but also I think that's just like a game engine thing. It visually it's always obvious when something's done in the game engine. There is something about it. Like whenever I've seen stuff from Unreal 4 and it looks like really good, you can always tell it's something like the frame rate or something weird like that. But there's something in my head that like tells me like, oh, it's game engine.
Wait, are we
Sometimes I
talking
feel like
about
it's the
Discover
way
Hope
it's.
or the other trailer?
No, just
No, the
that
one
kind of is
after.
more general.
Uh,
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of agree with you on that. I think there's something about like when it's VFX houses, they go the extra mile to make this feel like it's embedded in its own world. Like
Yeah,
it has a specific look.
but they also have probably more time to do it as well. Although
Well, you're
saying that
also
they don't
including
have a lot of
post
time, but
processing. You're
yeah,
also
yeah,
including post
yeah, yeah.
processing. Whereas if it's an engine, there is no such thing as post processing. Everything is real time, like happening. That's the one difference. And the fact that
big
our real
difference.
time engines are now doing at that level of quality, it's like an exciting time for video games,
It's very
like
cool.
cinematic. Yeah, and I mean it's not just us, right? It's Naughty Dog and Sony Santa Monica and Horizon Zero Dawn. Like
Oh my god! Don't
engines are
get me
getting to
started on
that level,
Horizon.
right? Yeah, it's still in engine, but like they're slowly getting to the point where it's like, oh shit, oh shit, all right.
I know I
Like
bring it
when I
up all the time, but that Ratchet and Clank game looks fucking beautiful.
Ratchet
right,
and
like
Clank looks
It
so
does.
and
good.
those guys, I like lost my
But
mind.
it's not photoreal Ratchet and Clank though. But
Too bad it looks better.
Dude,
Lucid
their
It's
Digital.
not
animation.
What happened
it's
with
not the
Blur and
future,
Halo?
it's better.
Yeah, I'm excited about Horizon. When I saw that Horizon Zero Dawn, the new one, the trailer or the gameplay for that, I was like,
My friend was the lead on the first one,
oh
animation wise.
fuck.
But
Oh,
like it looks so sick.
looks so good. I was like
is
blown
he
away. I was like, shit.
is he gonna get cut in half by that door?
Yep.
What are
In
we
Oh
talking
prison.
about?
damn, nice.
No, it's rated T for teen.
Yeah, it just stops right above the door.
There's
Right
like
above the pure form.
a sound effect
Max,
bubble and it goes ouch.
Josh, I expect some armor jiggles right there, buddy.
Armor
I have a
Random
jiggles.
question.
counts.
I
Dude,
have a
I
question.
haven't got time for that.
Yeah, come on.
This is YouTube good.
Okay, there you go.
What
I've got time for armor
what
jiggles. What do you think of me?
what happens to him after he gets cut in half?
Uh, I don't know, Kwai.
Are you
This
about to
isn't-
explain what would happen in
are
the
you-
lore,
oh,
Kwai?
Yeah,
No,
please don't.
I'm not.
Literally,
Please
nothing.
do.
He dies. That's what happens.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Are you getting?
morbidly
Are you putting an
curious.
AI in there? Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
getting it?
So there's
What,
it's
AI?
like there's just going to be like a. I can pause on the right frame. So when he does this like open thing, there's just going to be like a rush of light that goes from his hands, akin to Halo 2. It makes no sense because I know in Halo 2 he does it, and I even tweeted
Are
how
you
it made
aware
no
that the
sense.
Mark 6 has an integrated AI port in his hand? Therefore,
I'm just going to do the rush of light because I don't have to do a person, and it gives the idea that that's what's happening, and it'll be like the idea that if I can, it'll be like something around his hand. Actually, I don't even know if I need to do that. It'll be something that basically the idea is like this fist closing is the door shutting.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
So
I don't have
the timing's not
hands.
quite right, but
You should just have him Han Solo fucking pantomime quick drawing and fucking shooting with his
My-
finger and then the door
My
closes.
director just told me to
Slash
go
S.
watch Marvel What If. It's a really good. I was like, oh.
oh, dude,
okay.
it's really cool.
Yeah?
Also,
fun.
if you are a Marvel fan, you should watch it because it does link to the actual films.
I kind
I
of
mean,
lost interest
yeah.
after Endgame.
I have to follow all Marvel now at this point. I'm just too invested in the whole like, let's see what the hell happens. You know.
All
I
the
Yeah,
I liked the first episode of What If. I thought it was okay. I didn't think
have
it was
no
like
idea, yeah.
groundbreaking. I like the second episode of What If a lot more than the first one.
How many are there?
I think there's like 10 episodes in total. There's 3 out now.
Okay, sounds great.
I like the second one a lot more than the first one, but I don't really care enough to watch the third episode. Like I might watch it
You can
tomorrow
skip
at
it
work.
and go to the fourth one.
Yeah, the only What If episode I really give a fuck about are the ones I know that are important, like the ones with Doctor Strange, because they're gonna tie into the multiverse of madness and Spider-Man.
Oh shit! Oh my god. Yeah, that. Yeah. Mm.
I am a little bit excited for that Spider-Man film.
Mm.
A little.
I just love.
I won't talk too much about this
the
stuff.
the second episode of What If changed my opinion on Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther, and ironically, he wasn't even a Black Panther in the episode.
No.
I really liked Black Panther or Chadwick Boseman in Civil War. I hated him in Black Panther, and I was like, I wrote him off because I didn't really like Black Panther. But I saw him, again in the second episode, and I was like, damn, that was really good.
I'll make a joke, but I know it's like really, really not appropriate for the stream.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
In Civil War, he's great though.
I'm sure I can guess what your joke is, Cal. DM it to me.
DM it to
You
me
know-
as well.
I'm not gonna lie, I am excited about December 8th for everyone of y'all, but I'm more excited about
Halo?
getting my fucking shot so I can go apply for new jobs.
I
That's
can't
all.
wait to play Halo Infinite on my Xbox
I'd be like,
One.
thank you,
Josh,
Yank,
Cal
4K,
is
60
bullying
frames.
me. Cal is bullying me in DMs.
Hey, you guys
I
want to play some campaign co-op?
Yeah, let's play campaign co-op 6 months after the game comes out.
Couch co-op. Is that actually coming to Infinite?
Yeah.
I think part of my feeling is I'm just gonna wait until the co-op's ready and then play it.
I'm
Right.
still. I
Yes.
can't wait.
Oh, good luck, bro.
Chris,
I
are you
mean,
'Cause
okay?
if I have to wait too long, I'll
Hey,
spoil
Josh,
myself.
can you give me mod
Chris is
perms
fine.
real fast so I can ban Chris?
Let me know.
What's wrong with what's
Let's
Chris
go.
done?
Let's
Hey Josh,
go.
could you ban me real quick?
Why? What have you done?
Just as a favor.
He keeps channel hopping. It's annoying.
Ban him for
Uh,
a
I did it
friend.
once by accident and then I updated Discord.
Yeah,
Maybe
can we
the two
ban?
channels are too close to each other.
Yeah, Josh, listen, this is something I've noticed. You need to delete one of these voice channels because I always
No, I
click
don't.
on it. I always click on it instead of stream chat, the text channel.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
We're always in Twitch streaming, and I'll go to type in the text channel stream chat, but I'll click on Halo VFX
Yeah,
dev
I've
stream.
done that a few times.
Everyone does that. Every time someone leaves abruptly, it's because they did that. It's a problem with more than just myself. It's a problem with everybody. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of people.
There you
I'm
go.
not the only one who's an idiot here.
There you go.
So why don't you just tag the mod?
What
Just tag Popcorn or Doddle.
the fuck are you saying?
There's a
What do you-
channel to make the adjust to change the settings,
Oh
dude.
my god, dude.
Get out of my house.
So
See,
yeah, I don't think
now
the
I
two
would
voice
argue you
chats
made
should
it
be right next
worse.
to
Josh,
each other.
this is the point. This is the point you say, God have mercy on all of us in this stream.
Yeah, apologies
No.
to everyone watching the stream for
He
these
can't save you now.
insufferable people.
Oh, it's been moved.
I thought I was
Insufferable.
one.
Insufferable.
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 The Insufferables.
Well,
The
there you go.
The indigestibles.
Can you change
No.
the name of this channel to the Insufferables?
Yes, please do.
Yes.
You guys make me sick.
The underscore Insufferables, please.
The imbeciles.
Imbeciles.
Yo, why does head turn inside out?
Imbecile.
His head. All right, listen. I want to know if anyone agrees. His head looks like a butt and two thighs.
What are you talking about?
Those are some skinny ass
Take
thighs.
out your cock and balls.
All right. His head. Okay, listen. His head is two chicken drumsticks being clinked together in a Cheers kind of emote.
That sounds kind of cute.
Bro, where'd you find that? Oh my god.
I'm not finding nothing. I'm just looking at it.
Not talking about the meme in VFX chat.
Oh.
I've been spamming in there because I.
Dude, that's funny as hell.
Oh
Saving that.
Jesus.
I want to show you something, dude. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna remake that with Master Chief and a gravity hammer.
Take out
Please
your
do. Please do it.
I want to
And-
show you something.
I just looked at the
maybe-
time.
And make sure to
I
make
need
it transparent.
Maybe I could do that in 95. What the fuck? I can't even do math at all. 45
Make
minutes.
it transparent. Or
Let's look
so
to-
help me God.
I've just looked at the time, and I think I might have to call it a day in a minute.
No, call it a night.
Excuse
Alright,
me,
man.
Josh, but your computer has the vi-
No.
Is it just me, or did he just cut out?
Noped it out.
I think that was part of the joke.
Oh, was it?
Y'all love how Discord takes a shit. All I did was say
Was that
take out your
intentional?
cock and balls. No, like it
God,
literally
what
just
is
took
this?
a shit.
That actually happened, actually.
Yes.
I was literally about to say take out your cock and balls, and literally it just
Okay,
Right.
I mean, if you say
right,
so.
Right. Hey,
Oh, man.
who posted that meme? Hold on.
I did.
All right,
I'm
I will
this.
pay. I'll pay somebody $1 to remind me to make that with Master Chief tomorrow,
I will. What time? And
6 p.m. Central.
okay, let me translate that to Eastern, weirdo.
Okay, who posted the dick cat meme? Is that cat in that image?
Thick cat? Where?
No,
Yes,
it's
some-
not. It's just. Ah, boy, this is so weird to explain on the stream.
Where?
I'm not gonna do that. Never mind.
Oh my god.
It's not
Bro,
thick.
I was just looking up real fast. I just saw that deal. Like, what the?
Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
Like,
It's just cat with just. Ah, man.
enormous thighs.
There's
like,
no way of
bro,
explaining it
oh my-
without sounding terrible.
Well, on that note, I guess I'm gonna go get dinner now.
Yeah, good
Very
call.
much so.
3:14.
You
Yeah.
are a
Boy,
fish.
yeah. Yeah.
Huh?
I'll
Boy,
see you
looking
guys
vortex.
tomorrow.
Sorry,
Fuck.
Tuna.
That's
No,
we're-
my
Right, guys.
we're
my
all
family
set.
called me to have.
I'm gonna end
My
the
family
stream
called
as
me to
well.
have call. Yeah.
All right.
Because
All right, Josh.
it is late.
Oh,
I need to
God.
sleep.
Later, y'all.
Good night, everyone. I'll be streaming
See
again
ya.
in the week.
Kisses.
You are 10 pounds of crap.
See you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for watching the stream. I'll be streaming again later in the week.
I'd like to thank your parents